It's the best 9 inches I've ever had. I liked that they had semen sweets. Warren Sapp got bit by a shark.
She is a bitch. And this game is brought to you by Papa John's.
Oh.
Papa's in the house.
What?
Hello, everybody. We're back again. The podcast, Milky Way News. We're here. I'm here. I'm not dead. Okay.
Are you?
I'm a little dead.
Happy to hear that.
Only on the inside.
Good. You're not all the way.
We're here. I'm Matt. We got...
Hunter?
Okay. Gerardo?
See?
And
Danny and
Danny's
Trump.
dead this time.
Trump also was with Danny.
Trump.
First episode without Trump and Danny.
God.
But we got Matt back, so I think that's a win.
I'm here.
Is that a win? I think it's a win.
I like to think so.
I
It's
do
up
too.
to you guys.
What are we talking about today?
Tech and science.
Nice.
Or tech.
So probably some space news. Milky Way news. We're gonna have a lot of time for that.
Milky Way.
We gotta deliver on our title. I got a little game for us this week,
I
and
like games.
we have a big prize. One prize, they're both wrapped. One prize is amazing. One of you is gonna shit yourselves out of happiness. The other is gonna diarrhea yourself out of badness. You won't be happy.
I do that anyway. But.
It's been 2 weeks. We need a quick recap of the week in honor of John Oliver. Gerardo,
Yes.
Yes.
what else did you... No, you go for it. Metallica.
Yeah. I went
Yeah.
to see Metallica at the U.S. Bank Stadium, or like
Yeah.
U.S. Dank Stadium.
Skull Vikes.
It was good. It was. They were a lot better prepared than when we went to see the soccer game. They didn't run out of beer. They didn't run out of
Weed?
food. They didn't run out of weed because the guy in front of me was blazing up.
It's
Is
lit.
that me?
It was a great show.
You smell that? That's my feet.
It's your feet. Oh, that's what stinks. Oh, it's the room. Fucking stank ass feet.
Loudest concert I've ever been to.
I saw Twitter people said that they heard the concert a mile away. A mile.
Oh, Hunter, it smells like bad popcorn.
It does. I was literally. It smells like those nasty popcorn dum dums,
Yeah, so
or like the jelly beans.
the closest concert was heard a mile away, so that's what you guys are talking about right now.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was walking from the train station, and I could. Avenged Sevenfold was playing at the time when I got there. One thing they put on the Facebook page the concert started at 8, so I was like, okay, I'll just get at 8.
They started really early.
They started at 6. Metallica was scheduled
Yeah.
at 8, so that's why they put it on the website that started at 8. But I missed half of Avenged Sevenfold, and I missed all of Volbeat.
Volbeat?
I really wanted to see Volbeat.
Okay, so I've never heard of Volbeat, but they played after Avenged Sevenfold?
They played before.
Before, okay, that makes sense.
So I missed all of Volbeat. I missed half of Avenged Sevenfold. I didn't get to listen to my favorite Avenged Sevenfold song.
They played it before you got there?
Yeah, well, I didn't hear they playing it, but it's
Okay.
a pretty famous song that they didn't play. The Little Piece of Heaven.
Yeah.
Which is a really fucked up song, but it's...
U.S. Bank
I really like
Stadium's Snapchat, they posted for Luke Bryan and Metallica, like on their story at like 6 o'clock was the people playing. The stadiums were still empty.
Yeah,
the people were like you. They didn't think anyone knew it started.
It wasn't full until 8 o'clock, and Metallica didn't go until 9. So it was Avenged Sevenfold was done at I think like 8:20, and they're like a 40-minute to set up the stage for Metallica, test the equipment.
So there's emptiness between each span.
Yeah, there's like a 40-minute slot
I didn't know
between
that.
Avenged Sevenfold and Metallica.
Did you know that? I didn't know that. Okay.
It's usually when you go to a
don't know
concert and
anything.
there's an opening act. It's usually like 10 minutes between the opening act and the main act.
Okay.
But it took them like 40 minutes because Avenged Sevenfold had like pyrotechnics and they had like fire behind them, so they had to get all that out because James Hetfield hits fire.
I was gonna say I learned the day of your concert. I learned about the bus crash that happened 10, 20 years ago, whatever, that killed the one guy.
Yeah.
I learned that
Cliff Burton.
yes, Burton's bed that night was usually I think
Barber?
James's bed, and they picked beds that night. They drew sticks or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And someone picked. So Burton picked the bed that was usually James Hatfield's. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead
And
singer.
yeah. So usually that's his spot where he always sleeps. And if he would have been there that night, like would Metallica not have existed then without Hatfield?
I don't know. They probably would have found a different.
Okay.
I don't know, because the core of the band is James and Lars.
Apparently, that documentary about that bus crash is on Netflix.
And yeah, is it called
Not sure.
Some Kind of
Lars.
Monster?
Not sure.
But they dedicated the only song that they played that wasn't theirs was a cover. They played "Whiskey in the Jar" and they dedicated that song to Cliff.
Was
Burton.
Wired good?
Hardwire was good.
Yeah.
It sounds like old Metallica. It sounds like
Nice. I like Metallica.
Injustice for All Metallica.
Okay.
So that's good.
So instead of
And they ran out of extra large shirts. Like,
Extra,
they only
extra
had
large?
this one and another
that's
a
an
different one for extra large.
Did
They
you put
didn't
that
have they didn't have the show shirt with the dates and all that stuff.
Should have made a scene. Be like, I want my dang shirt.
Yeah, because I got there an hour and a half late.
okay.
So if I
Well,
would have
how much was the shirt?
Well, whose fault is that?
$40.
Well, instead of asking you,
Mine, because I went to Duluth early that day
yeah, tall.
to see the tall ships.
Before we get there, hold on. Before you change,
Dingus.
sorry. Instead of asking for a rating of the because I know it was amazing.
10.
Now that you've gone, how much would you have paid for your ticket?
To see Metallica.
Yeah, like how much is that worth now that you know what you saw?
It's worth more than what I paid for it.
Which was
$160.
okay.
It's probably worth like $250. The guy next to me paid $350.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Did you realize you're probably the only, if not like only 100 people in the history of humanity to see Tall Ships and Metallica on the same day?
Probably.
That's really, you could be the only human on Earth.
Dude, there's probably like 4 other people.
There were probably a lot of people that came from Duluth and to the show.
I mean, that's still
Yeah.
only a handful of people.
it's probably like 1%.
Yeah.
You're one of few.
So Tall
But
Ships.
I went to Duluth.
Minnesota.
I left at
Very tall.
my sister and I really wanted to go.
Was this
She's
before or after
like-
the car crash?
What?
Was this before or after the car
Before.
crash? Okay.
So we were like, oh, let's like have to go to the show at 8. Like if I get back at 6, I can still make it in time.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, let's go. And I was like, let's go. Let's leave at 9. Be in Duluth at about noon. Be there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, is that enough
Leave
time?
at leave
You
at
guys drive slow.
Yeah, that's kind of a long drive.
yeah, it's about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I've gotten there in less than 2. No, I don't
Because
speed. Shut up.
no, because there's from
You're wrong.
Hinckley from Hinckley to Rush City. The
Is this the one under a lot of
35. It's under construction.
Oh,
It's to 1 lane.
Oh, okay.
And there was like
Oh.
four,
I haven't driven
four
up that
accidents, so it was
All
like
from Deer?
no
Oh, dear.
people just rear-ending each other because they don't know how to brake, and
Idiots.
That's how you break. You rear end someone.
And I'm about to break.
What was cool? What was because did you go on
the
some of
Spanish galleon, hands down,
The
the
Inquisition?
best ship
Of
there.
course you would pick that one.
Were you sad that the Viking ship wasn't there? They had to turn around.
I almost that was the
It
main the main interest.
It
of
made it
going
to
there.
Lake Erie, but they didn't have the
They run out of
$500,000.
funds, yeah, to come here, so they had
What?
to turn around.
Was the duck cool?
It's just a giant rubber
but
duck.
the size though.
The size is cool.
Yeah, but it's
For
big.
what me was cool, because that's been all around the world.
Yeah,
I think
that's cool. That's
that would be
been
cool
all
to
around
see,
the
yeah.
world, and it's from here. It was made here.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they had
Like
like a
this
big
room?
like
Dude, we are the duck.
here
We're
in
inside the duck right now.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. So they had like a big homecoming theme for the duck.
Okay.
It's-
Well,
the
the
duck
water. That's why the water was
Homecoming
there.
Queen.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything about? Did they make any of the ships by hand? 'Cause the Viking ship I know they made with the tools the Vikings use. Did the other ships have?
They had a little. You could go inside the Spanish galleon and they show you around, like
Okay.
the barracks where the sailors slept, where the captain slept, all the
Slaves.
not slaves. They
Did
didn't
they-
have
Did they make the rubber duck out of
Spanish.
ducks?
Spanish didn't have slaves.
Okay.
Slaves.
Anything else? What else did you do the past 2 weeks?
Did that at school.
You're selling stuff now. You're a
Oh yeah, I'm a
artist?
starving artist.
starving
Yeah,
children.
join the club.
I'm a well-fed artist.
Taco Bell.
Tea Republic, is that what your shit's on?
Tea Republic. I have 2 shirts right now on. I have a Harambe low poly shirt,
That looks awesome.
Waiting on buying it.
and I have a 3D taco shirt.
The tacos.
I do like the taco.
To be honest, the taco's okay. The Harambe is awesome though.
Yeah,
The
He
taco.
doesn't appreciate taco.
No, the taco was good. The Harambe's a lot better though.
yeah. It's. I mean, that's my original
Picks out.
original design. The 3D taco.
It's nice.
I came up with it like 6 months ago.
I do like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell stuff on there.
Yeah.
me how.
What's the other one? The
And I have a Minneapolis print that I have on sale.
I saw that. It looks really good.
Hell.
you went off on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I already got commissioned for a St. Paul print.
By who?
My cousin Louis, he does a lot for the city of St. Paul, for the West Side.
Mm-hmm.
Florida is where I live.
And he's like, oh, if you should make a St.Ul one, and I'll pay you for it.
How much?
He didn't say. But,
$2.
Are you giving him like?
And I'm working like he's like pushing me into the graphic design industry, which is nice.
So is
What's that?
he paying you for the rights to the picture though? So if he takes a city skyline picture to like
No,
St. Paul City Council,
it's still my
Okay.
picture. It's my intellectual property.
you're doing the same thing. What's it called? The low res. Whatever it is.
It's minimalistic.
Yeah.
It's high res.
You're doing the
but
same.
it's
You're doing the
minimalistic.
same style for that St.
Yep.
Paul.
Yep. It's a little harder though.
All you have is the First National. What else can you do?
Cathedral.
Ecolab. Oh,
Ecolab.
Cathedral.
Wells Fargo building.
Okay. Can you put the Capitol somewhere in there if you get the right angle?
I can't find the.
You don't want to manipulate it all.
I kind of manipulated the Minneapolis one. I had to put the IDS in there because
I saw them.
the Capella Tower was blocking it.
Find a way to put.
So I either.
Could you put the Capitol on like a hill?
It's really hard to find a good angle of St. Paul. I spent like 40
Find
minutes
your own
looking
angle.
for a good angle of St. Paul.
Buy a drone.
Like you either put in the cathedral, you either put in the Capitol, you either put the First Bank building or the Wells Fargo building.
I said, what if you did one so it's in the foreground on the left side is the dome of the cathedral, and then you're looking northeast towards St. Paul so you can see the Capitol. Everything else is in the background, but the Capitol or cathedral's in the foreground.
I could do that.
Just the dome at least or something.
Yeah,
Put some
I
stained
mean,
glass on it
it's,
so you know what it is.
It's hard to make trees like minimalistically
Yeah.
because they look janky.
Use some Bob Ross.
So I have to
You gotta use that lighting.
use that lighting to.
But
make
then
it.
it's like
But check out Gerardo
sometimes it doesn't
stuff.
contrast.
Sometimes
else?
it doesn't work really well with
Yeah.
trees and minimalistic style.
else you got going on?
That's the struggle of art.
Do you
though.
start? You started school?
Start school.
DCTC? How's that going?
DCTC,
Grinds on.
going.
going.
It's
Another,
school.
another year contemplating suicide.
Dude, shut up.
No.
I didn't want to talk about that yet.
Not really.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Matt, you joined PlayStation Island. It's a fucking big island.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I am one with the PlayStation.
How's it feel? You have both.
Nice. I've been spending way too much of my free time lately.
Not too much free time.
Yeah, a little too
What
much.
did you buy a bundle?
No. I
Okay.
bought it off of eBay.
Okay. I just made a PayPal for the first time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So what games did you get?
Right now, I currently own No Man's Sky. That was my first purchase because, it's the reason I bought the PlayStation. And
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I own now Black Ops 3 because.
Did you buy a good game? Like actually though.
That's my laugh. No, those are only 2 games I have.
Oh, okay.
I'm poor, all right? I spent
you got
too much money on
PlayStation
it.
Plus. Download
Yeah.
the 2 games for free. Actually,
Yeah.
there's 3 games this month.
I download the ones that I know I look like that look like I would play them.
You can always in their last update, every PlayStation Now games you can add them to your thing without downloading them. So that way you can download them later.
It's like it says like your purchase.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What else you got going on? Well, I want to
last week.
shut up for a second. In a few weeks, you have to update us because I want your comparison on those 2 consoles. Continue.
like I was saying, why I was missing last podcast was because I was out
Last two
paintballing.
podcasts.
Sorry, last 2 podcasts.
You're gone 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. It was 2 weeks.
You're gone 2 weeks, yeah.
Yes, I was gone 2 weeks. Shut up. I went paintballing for our good friend John's birthday.
John Boy.
Yep, Johnny boy.
Johnny boy.
Happy day.
Yeah. Last week today, I helped set up for the Toby Keith concert. I was a stagehand.
You man the sniper?
Yeah. I helped set up the stage. They're basically just like, for the first, they pulled up their big semis full of their sound equipment and all that junk and their instruments and all that jazz. And they're like, put this box over there. I'm like, okay. Put that back over there. Okay. And then I did that for a while. And then we like set up like the big jumbo screen things. And then I got to help set up some of their instruments.
Do you like Toby Keith?
No, I hate country.
Weren't you in charge of a spotlight or anything?
Yeah, I was getting to that. I was so we went on break, which was at the Treasure Island, and so they were like, "Oh, you get a free voucher for their buffet," and I'm like, "Yes,
oh, fuck yeah.
I haven't eaten yet today."
Good buffet.
I had to get there at 9 a.m.
How many people were at the concert?
A lot. There was actually a lot.
Okay,
they were pretty full.
It's like all the seats I want you to set up.
Yeah, like the back areas were kind of just like sporadic, but like all the seats were pretty much filled that were up there, and then everyone was like standing and all that stuff. But yeah, they're like, after the break, they're like, "Oh, help set up this spotlight," because there's 4 of them up there, and they're like, "Okay, now we're gonna teach you how to run it." I'm like, okay. They're like, "Yeah, you're gonna be running the spotlight during the show." I'm like, okay. Oh my God.
I'd be terrified.
Are you the only spotlight?
No, there's 4 total. So me,
should have been the guy
and my
that kept
brother,
missing
and then
them.
like two dudes I've never met before
Yeah.
that were helping as well. And I was just like, oh, okay. And they're like, we had this comm system, so we had a headset and then like a mic that we were talking to the people who were help running. You know, they were doing like the big lights and all that stuff. Who knew the show by heart? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna tell you. I was the 3rd person. It was super janky because there was this
Scaffolding?
that they built, and the ladder up to it was just like those metal guardrails.
Oh my God.
Propped on its side, and it didn't even reach all the way, so we had to like half climb up the actual like thing. And I'm like, okay. So then they had the boxes that had the spotlights in them, and like their stupid tent thing went too high in front of it. Like they put it directly behind it, and like they were too low, so we tipped the boxes on their sides, and I was standing on the box with the spotlight on top of this already super wobbly scaffolding and all that junk. So yeah, and they were just like, yeah, you're gonna be you're number 3, you're gonna be on Toby. So I was the one shining the light on Toby the whole show. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I've never done this before.
I wanted you to be the guy that's like always a couple feet behind Toby trying to keep up with him.
I was for a little bit because it was like it started at like 7 and it didn't end till 11, so a 4-hour show.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I was standing there for 4 hours moving the spotlights, and I was just my legs were sore, my arms were sore because it was like trying to move the thing around.
How heavy was it?
Arms are heavy. Vomit out of my sweater already.
That heavy?
Spaghetti.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he sing the song about shoving the boot up terrorist ass and not knowing the difference between the Iraqi
I don't know. I wasn't listening to the music.
Because he has some really good like patriotic songs that are like totally.
I saw the set list as I was building the stage, and like the last something about America, and then the last one was like Angry American or something like that. I'm like,
and you know, he's listening to him, which I love him, but I can see why people hate country.
Yeah.
But he spends more time singing overseas for the troops than in America. So like, and performing that is.
Yeah.
Like he's cool for that. What else do you got going on?
I work a lot.
You doing any art shit, or Gerardo surpassing you in every way?
He's been surpassing me in every way.
Mexico with.
I've been downloading new stuff from my Photoshop. I'm trying to get back into
Nice.
it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get back into art, and then I bought a PlayStation 4. So
you two make me want to do art stuff.
You're a lot better than me on physical art.
Or on physical art.
You are like
I guess.
like way ahead of me. If you give me a pencil and paper, I'm like,
dude, that's me.
I can't.
Shut up! You could actually do something. I couldn't.
Well,
Like the best I've done is that painting that my mom has.
Just points and laughs.
Like that's like the best I've done.
Which one?
The one with the Mexican Indian with the flowers. I don't know if you went to my house. You've probably seen it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I might have seen it. Yeah.
That's like the best one I've done.
Yeah. I'm really crap now because I haven't Basically, since I left art school, it kind of just it ruined it for me a
You
little
mean
bit.
since you got your school shut down?
Well, they are shutting down, but I left
Because of you.
before they. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this guy, we're charging him all this money, we're gonna stay in business, and then I left, and they're like, shit, we gotta close down now.
Kids, piss off.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not really.
How about you, Hunter?
I'm trying to think. I had some stuff
It's
on the
state fair time.
Yeah, so I went. Okay, so Minnesota State Fair.
Get together.
The way I like to say it is the largest state
Slept
fair in the
together.
nation. Like
Whether it is
last
or not, I don't know.
last year we had 1.8 million. It's the second largest behind Texas.
Yep.
But Texas has 5 state fairs across the state and combines them,
Oh.
and they still
cheating.
barely beat our one state fair.
That's
So we
cheating.
are the largest state fair in the nation. Plus Texas
By attendance or just by
attendance.
sheer-
It goes by attendance.
Okay.
So we're almost 2 million.
Not by
Plus-
by square.
Yeah.
Texas's state
Footage.
fairs are, I think, 8 days longer than ours.
Oh, okay.
So, like, Minnesota's love state fairs. They come from all over.
So they do
They
like,
also have a higher
West Texas
population,
State
so-
Fair and
Yeah.
the Southeast Texas.
That's exactly
State
what it
Fair.
is.
Okay.
And they all run for more than 12 days, whereas our one 12-day fair is, attendance-wise, is insane.
They're a bunch of cheaters, so that's alright.
So everything in Minnesota, there's hundreds of foods deep fried on a stick.
Yeah.
I've gone the first Thursday every time. I love it. I got a lot of good shit. I'm gonna buy, hopefully with Gerardo, maybe Matt, Minnesota United season tickets. So I bought my soccer jersey, soccer team, the MLS team.
Oh.
So I bought my jersey, my scarf, a T-shirt, got a T-Wolves thing. I got a lot of cool shit. I got the same Ireland jacket as Danny.
Nice.
So I told Danny I'm gonna become him now.
Do it.
And then he didn't reply.
Dude,
You're gonna be Hanny.
I like it.
I have like a 3-hour gap in my school
Oh, yeah.
between classes, and I was just sitting with my computer working on some freelance stuff that I'm doing.
Porn.
And this guy walks in, this blonde guy wearing a hat with like the trucker hat,
Oh, yeah.
flannel shirt,
Oh, God.
jeans.
Did he look like Danny?
It looked like Danny. It looked exactly like Danny, like the same outfit.
Was it unbuttoned?
Like unbuttoned flannel shirt,
Nice.
Did he have
jeans,
Did he have cut off jeans?
cut off jeans.
Some
I
jorts.
was like,
good old jorts.
fucking is that Danny?
Wait, oh, that's not.
So
sorry.
first you thought you saw Dorman, now
I know.
Danny. You're just seeing your friends everywhere.
I know it's this. I think it's like a kid that's doing PSEO because I looked at his face and he looked like he was 16.
Can we tell
So
them about the actors that we're hiring?
Dude.
I told Gerardo this,
everything.
but do you know about NASA last year, along with SpaceX released some retro NASA? They released some retro vacation themed posters of like every planet, some asteroids. And
I
stuff.
remember you guys talking about it. In
Yeah,
an
they're like
earlier
the
podcast.
they're like the 50s national
Yep.
park.
Yeah.
So I
posters,
ordered
but like in
two
space.
of I ordered 2 of those finally off eBay. That's why I made my PayPal finally,
Yeah.
and to support Elon Musk. So I'm excited for those. I got a Olympus Mons one, which I discovered Olympus. So you know Olympus Mons is the highest point in the solar system. So a huge mountain. It's the size of Nevada. I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, it's if you flood Mars with the same amount of water as Earth, Olympus Mons will be its own island.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's insane. And it's cool because it's not a mountain range; it's just one mountain.
Yeah, it's just one mountain.
So I got
just
that.
one volcano.
And I got the Venus one.
Yeah,
really
The
nice.
one with the floating city.
Yep, all
Yep.
white, Cloud City. What else we got going on?
And jelly.
Got a couple other things I'll show you guys later. I think we're ready to start. Is that all that I had? What else did I do? Work.
Enough about us. Who cares about us?
Work.
Okay, let's get going. So we're gonna start with tech and science.
Tech and science.
We have, I don't know, like 30 things. So we're gonna go fast. You guys don't have to comment on every one of them. If you want to, just do it.
Okay.
We can kind of discuss more since only 3 of us.
Okay.
Number 1, this kind of will tie into the 2020 Olympics. Japan's NHK began broadcasting the world's first ever 8K broadcast. NHK is like a broadcast station. The Super High Vision recently launched as a test channel. It is a mix of content that can broadcast in 4K and 8K. 8K is 16 times as sharp as the common 1080p. And that's the other news. I got a 4K TV finally,
Yeah.
which I've
Yeah,
showed you guys
why?
plenty of times. It was on.
You have?
I sent you a lot of Snapchats.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
sent
know
me
if
a
I
lot
sent
of
you some.
Snapchats. We have a streak.
Well, the
going on
TV,
right now.
all the snaps I sent you, all the Snapchats I sent you of the TV were my new TV.
Your 4K TV. Okay. I didn't know.
So it was only $400. Is normally I think like 1,000 something. So that's why I bought it.
Oh, okay. That's understandable.
Yeah, and it's gonna force me to buy a PS4 Neo. But it's amazing. So now I'm playing a lot more PlayStation now because 7 people in our house,
Does it look beautiful?
it's only in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
But now I can bring it up to my room and play. The Wi-Fi doesn't reach my room, but now in my room I'm playing a lot of the games that I don't normally play, like the indie games.
Oh, yeah.
So I got more into those.
They don't really need the internet.
Um,
We have a 4-day streak, Hunter.
I know I saw that today.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a 0-day streak.
I used to.
with everyone.
I had a 200-day streak with Adam,
Damn.
and then he got new friends.
My longest was 80 something. That was it.
Yeah.
My longest is probably like 22.
Yeah, that's still pretty
People
good.
hate me.
Yeah, me too. So folks are gonna. So this week's gonna be different in 2 ways. We have a lot of shit for like more than ever, and this is gonna be the longest podcast we do. And the other reason why, because a lot of our topics are gonna be long and very substantial. So in 2 more weeks, we're gonna have less content but more stories like this next one. So here's a long one, which I mentioned before, and I told you guys want to research more. It's the first completely scalable quantum simulation of a molecule. So via physics.org, a team of researchers made up of representatives from Google, Lawrence Berkeley National Labs, Tufts University, UC Santa Barbara, University College London, and Harvard University report that they have successfully created a scalable quantum simulation of a molecule for the first time ever. In a paper uploaded to the open access journal Physical Review X, the team describes the variational quantum eigensolver, or VQE apparently, approach they use to create and solve one of the first real-world quantum computer applications. As research continues with the development of a true quantum computer, some in the field have turned their attention to selecting certain types of problems that such computers could solve, as opposed to what are we called classical computers, like what we use right now. To calculate molecular energies on a quantum computer, the researchers use the VQE approach because it translates well as a quantum equivalent of a neural network, i.e. quantum bits, could be used to represent molecular wave functions. Once they had built and programmed the system, they tested it by computing the energy of a hydrogen molecule. Their results very closely matched prior results found using classical computers. A whole bunch more. I'm going to read the abstract from their paper quick, which was published in that paper. We report the first electronic structure calculation performed on a quantum computer without exponentially costly pre-compilation. We used a programmable array of superconducting qubits to compute the energy surface of molecular hydrogen using 2 distinct quantum algorithms. First, we experimentally execute the unitary coupled cluster method using the variational. I have not read words this long in a long time.
Words are hard.
The abstract continues. If you want to look it up, go for it. Really exciting.
Yes.
The words get harder, so I'm going to stop right there.
Words are hard.
My brain goes bad in the summer.
I
but
can't read.
The abstract's really cool. They do go on to
Me
say
cannot English.
this error tolerance, and so they go on to talk about the errors in their abstract. Like this word, trotterization. These words are just off my. I don't even know.
You're looking at the wrong person.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's really cool that I wanted to share it. Old news, which I have to bring up because we didn't say this yet.
I'm in design school.
Musk, number 3, Elon Musk master plan part 2. We have there's 7 parts to this. We're going to go in order. So this is the future world president. This is his number 2, part 2. Number 1 is combination solar roof and the battery Tesla. Tesla already built its giant battery, the Powerwall, and it just bought Musk's solar company, Solar City. The plan is to combine Solar City and Tesla, so all the cars are integrated energy generation and storage. So cars produce their own energy.
I like that.
Number 2, the second step, but part 2 is the factory as a product. So Musk believes Tesla can improve automotive factory efficiency 5 to 10 times, and by 2022 to make Tesla's vehicles affordable. So by producing energy 10 times, cars are more affordable.
I cannot wait to get a Tesla.
Me too. I'm gonna buy it.
Can't wait to get.
I'm gonna buy the
working
Model X
car.
at some point because it's only $23,000 with subsidies.
Yeah, but once I get, like in 5 years, I can probably afford one.
That's gonna be my first new car. I'll have the truck till then. Number 3, autopilot.
Real car.
With radar, sonar, AI, and other technologies, Tesla is striving to make its autopilot 10 times safer than human drivers. Musk expects it will require 6 billion autopilot road miles logged to reach global approval, which would take 5.5 years at the current rate. Not that long. Next part, pickup truck and semi-truck and bus, they're all going to come out later this year or next year.
Nice.
Tesla wants to reinvent all kinds of automobiles, not just sports cars, sedans, and SUVs. Next is the pickup truck. Then we're going to have a semi-truck, 18-wheelers. Radically reducing cargo ship costs could have revolutionary implications. That comes out of Nikola Motor Company. And then the bus. Tesla is building an electric bus for urban areas. And then the last part is sharing. Tesla wants you to be able to pay off your car. So when you're not using your car, other people can have the signal for your car. It comes pick someone up. It goes. So that's part deux. And then the other Tesla news was Tesla's newest car, the Model. I forgot what Model.
3?
No, not the Model 3. I think it was Model X actually. Model 3 is the cheap one, right, with the subsidy?
Yeah, that's the one that's $20,000.
Model X
subsidies.
is now only like 200th seconds slower than a Ferrari and Lamborghini. It can now reach 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. That one goes for I think 133,000. But that's as of like a week ago. Can you imagine that?
That's really good for a sports car.
My truck takes like an on ramp to get up to 40. I can't imagine 0 to 60 in 2.5.
Yeah.
So that's the future of Tesla.
My car goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. Just saying.
Does it?
No.
What is
It's
Gerardo
like-
and
It's like 5 seconds.
The mic can't hear you.
Hey, shut up.
It's like
All
5
right.
seconds.
The mic can't.
That's amazing. Number 4, a little bit of a lengthy one too. Via Science Alert, scientists have created the most detailed map of the human brain ever using brain scans of hundreds of people to identify almost 100 new regions in the cerebral cortex. While researchers have been charting the brain for over 150 years, the new map, which delineates 100 cortical areas, will give scientists unprecedented understanding of how we think, talk, and feel, and offer new insights into disorders like autism, schizophrenia, and dementia. The brain is not like the computer that can support any operating system and run any software, said neuroscientist David Van Essen from the Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis, who led an international team of researchers from the study. If you want to find out what the brain can do, you have to understand how it is organized and wired. To draw their map, the scientists drew upon from the Human Connectome Project, a long-term study scanned the brains of 1,200 young adults with a custom-built MRI machine. So 97 new regions of the brain have been discovered.
Nice.
So next step, finding out what each one does. Nuts. Number 5.
They do nuts.
Yes. Is it Reuters or Reuters?
Reuters.
Reuters. Okay, via Reuters. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Okay. My aunt works there. I should know. Germany plans new legislation to require manufacturers of cars equipped with an autopilot function, Tesla, to install a black box to help determine responsibility in the event of an accident, Transport Ministry sources told Reuters on Monday. So Germany is the country where that person died from the Tesla.
Oh, it wasn't here?
No, it was in Germany.
Oh.
Because the semi was all white, everyone else, blah, blah, blah. The fatal crash of Tesla Motors, I just said that.
What?
So yeah, what?
I didn't. What about the semi?
So there's actually, Tesla's obviously safer than any driver can be.
Yeah.
But, so there has been a glitch the Tesla hasn't prepared for. So a semi was, I believe, cutting across a median on accident or something, was all white at the side of the semi, and the camera didn't register it.
Oh.
So it didn't brake, and that guy did die. He was only speeding, I think, 8 miles an hour, so still not really speeding.
Yeah.
So it was Tesla's fault. Because of that, every automated car in Germany will now have black boxes, which is smart.
It is pretty smart.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, it'd be cool if America did that at some point. I think they will.
Eventually.
Only 8 states have legislation, I believe, for autopilot cars.
Why does America gotta be dumb?
Not sure. We'll find out what happens, though. I'm happy for Germany for doing that, though. Via Nature.com, Chinese scientists are on the verge of being the first in the world to inject people with cells modified using CRISPR. You know what CRISPR is?
Mm-mm.
So CRISPR,
like,
basically, it's going to be designer babies now. We can technology is still growing, but
So that means I can make the ugliest baby I can.
ignoring the ethical implications, we can make whatever we want.
that
The
anyway.
healthiest babies.
Because I can do it on my own.
Excuse my pronunciation. A team led by shut up. I was had to think for a second. A team led by Lu Yo, an oncologist at Sichuan University's West China Hospital in Chengdu, plans to start testing such cells in people with lung cancer this month. The clinical trial received ethical approval from the hospital's review on July 6th. It's an exciting step forward, says Carlos June. The U.S. is planning trials to use CRISPR for later this year for cancer, but the trial also requires a green light from the U.S. FDA and University Review Board. The U.S. researchers will start theirs at the end of the year, so CRISPR is going forward. There's a great CRISPR video by Kurzgesagt on YouTube. Do you watch him?
Who?
Kurzgesagt. He has the cool videos that are all like really cool animations.
I don't know. Probably not.
I'll share it with you guys later. He did a nice crisper video on it. Number
crisp
7.
you.
Huh?
I'll crisp you.
You wish. Via Verge, Chinese electronics firm Leico is buying Vizio for $2 billion. Under the deal, Vizio will be operated as independent subsidiary with the company's current executive team staying in place and working out its office in SoCal. Leico will own 49% of Inscape, with Wang owning the remaining 51%. So,
Who's Wang?
company. So,
Why is it a guy?
You say Wing or Wang?
Wang.
Wang is that singer from South Park.
So Vizio's bought out now, so that's something.
Vizio? Dang.
Yeah, son.
China. They're taking our jobs.
China.
Oh, where's Danny for
I
the,
missed
for
it.
the
Thank you.
Trump
That made me feel
soundboard?
good. Number 8, we have. This might surprise me, guys. As of June 2016, Bluetooth accounted for 54% of all sales of headphones,
Really?
with Beats and LG gobbling up 65%. So now,
Shocker.
NPD attributes this Bluetooth milestone to the steady decreasing price for Bluetooth connected headphones. So, Bluetooth headphones have now outsold wired headphones.
You need a battery, though.
One thing I want to say. So this right here, which has one of the prizes in it, which is not the headphones.
Dang it.
I started using this app called Geek Something. It's super cheap geek products. I finally got a pair of Bluetooth headphones. This was $10.75, I believe. So $10 I got these.
Dang.
They actually work.
It's
Hey,
for
that's
$10.
pretty good.
They're like, I can put them around my neck, turn it off full blast, and it's still too loud. So I cut the grass in these the other day.
The bass so
The
loud.
freedom was so nice. I've never used Bluetooth headphones before, so it's.
I have a set when I worked at Target because we could listen to music and they're like wired but like Bluetooth,
You like them?
just like buds, and I would just have one in. They were super nice. I would wear my regular headphones. I would get caught on everything.
Yeah, and that's the freedom on these is
That's
so
why
nice.
That's why you wear them under your shirt.
Yeah, but it would always get like pulled because I'm like
Oh,
always
yeah.
moving around.
Okay,
it
yeah,
would
I
get
feel
caught.
you.
It would
These
still, like,
you don't
hang
have to
out
worry
a little
about
bit.
these anymore. Like no more wires. It's
Yeah, I literally just
controls are on it.
had it right here and I didn't even have to think about it.
Number 9, I'm gonna read through, and then we should discuss this one a little bit. This is about phones. So the Samsung Note 7, Samsung Note 7 just came out. Everyone's calling this the greatest phone ever made, and I'm not exaggerating. It literally is from all the reviews. First, we'll do Apple though. So Apple recently sold its 1 billionth iPhone during a meeting at Apple's Cupertino headquarters this morning. That was like a month ago. CEO Tim Cook made an appearance to celebrate the major milestone. iPhone has become one of the most important, world-changing, successful products in the history, Cook said. It's become more than a constant companion. iPhone is truly an essential part of our daily life and enables much of what we do throughout the day. Phone debuted in 2007, yada yada. Samsung Electronics has published its full second quarter earnings, confirming earlier guidance that indicated the company's strongest profits in over 2 years. Revenue was 40.94 trillion won, or 45.2 billion US, up 5%. And Samsung's mobile division accounted for over half their revenue and profit, with the company pointing to strong sales of the flagship S7 and S Edge phones. The larger, more expensive Edge phone made up over half of Galaxy S7 sales. So, with the S7 and S Edge already making a huge profit in 2 months, the Note 7 being the highest reviewed phone ever, what does the iPhone 7 have to do to maintain its lead? And are you guys happy
battery?
Battery.
Okay.
External
Battery.
storage.
Okay.
too.
What do you think though? Because I don't think they're gonna do that at all. They
No.
will never do that.
They will never do external storage.
Let's start with this.
Bunch of
Of the rumors
stupids.
you've heard of the iPhone 7, which is gonna come out next month, what are you happy with that you've heard? What are you not happy with that you heard? We're gonna have new glass, no headphone
I'm
jack.
happy about the glass.
Okay.
I'm not happy about the headphone jack.
Yeah,
How would you charge your phone and listen to music at the same time?
You can't.
You can't. How?
Eventually someone's gonna make some weird dual core
Unless
thing.
you have wireless headphones.
Yeah. Unless
They're like
Apple.
Bluetooth headphones.
That's what they're trying to get towards, but it's
Yeah.
still stupid. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, but my car, I have the stupid
Yeah,
tape
you have the
aux
cable,
cord,
yeah.
the tape player thing. It's
Now you
like-
have to buy a converter.
Yeah.
And now there's a bunch of wires in your car.
Exactly.
I'm not getting. I can get one through T-Mobile, but I'm not getting
Yeah.
one because I don't want one.
Dual camera, I feel like it's the only thing
Headphone charge.
Apple is going for it.
Yep.
I don't know why, but they are even the iOS 10. They didn't change anything. It's like a refresh. They're not new features. Ever since S5, I feel like Samsung has completely leapfrogged Apple.
Battery emojis.
Yeah, that's true.
But our battery emojis.
I just don't. Apple's not doing anything revolutionary. They're not changing. There is a rumor that they're going to get rid of the home button, which really doesn't do anything because the features that the Galaxy phones have is amazing.
I want them to fix the problems, not just take things away. It's like, it's not going to fix anything. I would need a better battery.
I hate Samsung's already like a product that makes cars, that make washing machines, whatnot. Yeah. Apple is finally becoming a company where they're going to start making cars, other stuff, but I think they're still too dependent on iPhones. And I think
they're still too dependent on their computers and iPhones.
Yeah,
overpriced.
And they have enough money to last 100 years.
Computers and iPhones, but
they
are very nice.
Well, the I don't think the iPhones are overpriced.
I think they are.
The MacBooks are though.
The MacBooks are.
MacBooks don't offer anything a Chromebook doesn't really. They do, but not for that price.
Only reason why I have a MacBook is because it's good security. And it's a lot easier with graphic design programs.
So even talking about Apple, we get away from iPhones.
I do like the interface better, but it's like
yeah,
and it's not worth an extra $100.
No, if you're not a graphic designer or any sort of designer, don't get a Mac.
Yeah.
So I used to like Apple, but I mean Samsung's just a better company. Even if you're an Apple fanboy, you have to admit that their products are better. They let the developers actually develop, and they don't grab them by the neck and tell them what to do.
Yeah.
The only developer that mainly uses Mac is Adobe, and they're the only ones that have full creative freedom from Apple.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say? Bash on anyone?
I mean the Samsung phones they are really nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I would get one, but the only thing that's kept me with iPhones is literally just
because everyone else has an iPhone.
No, the interface. I do not like.
Yeah, I don't like the.
I much prefer Apple's interface. That's literally the only thing.
I've had the S7 Edge for about 2 months now. That's the one thing. The interface. Although you might be able to do better things on this, I kind of want to get, because you can get like the iOS theme on the Samsung. I kind of want to do that. Yeah. It's
a lot simpler. It's easier to find things. There's not menus inside of menus
There are better apps for.
Yeah, that's the Play Store. The
iOS.
The App Store is better than the Play Store. That's only because Samsung came in the game late. That's why.
Yeah. At least it's not as bad as Windows Phone.
Yeah. So there's that. We'll talk about that more when iPhone 7 is announced. I kind of want to do like our own podcast comparing the phones, and
I want them
to
allow emulators on iPhone.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That's another huge thing that
we'll keep going.
And they should get rid of the 8 gigabyte iPhone.
I think they will. They have to. There's no need.
I have one.
You mean like 1 gigabyte? Because it takes up 7 when you buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And within 2 weeks of getting it, I was getting messages that my storage was full.
You're out of storage.
Yeah, I can't. I went to the Metallica show. I couldn't take any video or pictures because I was full. So I relied on Snapchat and I just saved them on Snapchat.
Yeah, when I got my new iPhone, I had the 16 gigabyte before, and literally half of it was just one of the freaking software updates was literally 4 gigabytes or something like that you had to have free and stuff like that, and it would use up for other stuff, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I went to
I already have limited space.
I went to delete,
all my photos
to get my phone to T-Mobile, and the girl asked me, "Oh, you want the 60?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want a 60." And she thought I said 16 instead of 60. So I was like, "Okay, how much is it gonna be?" And she's like, "Oh, you don't have to. It's free. You don't have to pay with that one. You don't have to pay extra." I was like, "Oh, nice. I thought you had to pay extra for the more storage." And she's like, "No, you're good." No, when I get it, I was like, it's a fucking 16 gig. I thought you meant the 60. It's like, we don't have 60. We have 62. I was like,
what are you gonna do?
Or 64.
Your life is hard.
Yeah, I have the 64. Now I have more space than I could do anything with, but I'm glad I have space.
We'll come back to the phones in the future. Number 10, via NextWeb, in a letter to Google, Warner Bros. Studios asked the company to remove a page directing its users to a subreddit named Best of Streaming Video. So the DMC notice claims that subreddit was infringing on Warner Bros. Rights to Interstellar, because you can pirate it on that subreddit. This happened before. Someone else. Sorry. Warner Bros. Isn't the first company to go after Reddit for allowing the piracy on there, but both times Reddit shut its doors, and the first lawsuit ended up folding because you can't take down Reddit.
Yeah.
So there's a I want to say more, but not really enough
It's the
time.
homepage of the internet.
It is.
Pretty much.
Number 11. The Financial Times reports that the company. I didn't put the company name. I'll read this anyway. Maybe I'll remember it. The Financial Times reported that the company is looking to Uber is looking to pour $500 million into an ambitious global mapping project, which would allow the company to create their own detailed maps. According to Brandon McClellan, relying entirely on existing maps has been a good starting point, but which don't provide the granular level of detail that the company could use, such as traffic patterns, locations of doors, or other potential pickup locations. The new investment will allow the company to build up tailored maps that will provide the best detail. So Uber started test driving autopilot cars in Pittsburgh this week, so now they're going to pour more money into it. More Uber news. They lost $1.2 billion in the past 6 months.
Jeez.
So in my view, I don't think it's bad. I feel like they're going with the motto, grow first and then make profit later. Because they're losing all their money from the drivers because they're paying them too much.
Yeah.
But I think they'll worry about that after they grow.
Yeah. They're going to get big enough where they'll be able to afford it, and then it won't even be a problem. So.
More Uber news, number 12. NextWeb, Chinese cab service Didi Chuxing is geared up to merge with Uber's operations in the country. Didi is investing $1 billion in Uber based on a $68 billion valuation. The combined value of the new entity will be about $35 billion. The report follows a new ruling in China which legalized ride-hailing services in the country at the end of last month. Bloomberg sources say that Uber has already wasted $2 billion in attempting to compete with Didi, so now they're going to team up. In May, it scored a $1 billion investment from Apple. Last December, it forged an alliance with cab service Ola, Lyft, and GrabTaxi. In addition, Lyft apparently tried to sell itself to a bunch of companies and no one's buying it, and Uber won't buy it for anything over $2 billion.
Jeez.
So we'll see what happens. Uber has.
What are they trying to sell for?
I haven't heard what they're asking, but no one's buying them.
Obviously,
They're overvaluing themselves.
Yeah.
I feel like Lyft really should just hold on because they do have a market share in some places.
Yeah.
Like suburban America.
Yeah. There's a lot of places that like Lyft does that Uber has
a lot of Europe hates Uber, and a lot of like Facebook, Google.
They hate Uber in France.
So if Lyft can get in there with starting in Europe with what the governments want, Lyft could get that market share.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. This one's interesting, kind of different. Do you guys know what ProShop is?
Bass Pro Shop.
ProShop is the company that made all the props for Star Wars Episode 7 and the rest of the Star Wars. It's the company who made the Star Wars props are now selling officially licensed complete replicas. So replicas unheard of before, like these are down to every detail.
Dang.
Vader's melted helmet is going for $3,500.
Wow.
And there's more than one of these, so you can buy however many. Roy's lightsaber hilt is $1,250.
Say Roy.
Race, sorry. Roy. And FN 2187 Stormtrooper helmet is $1,750.
Finn.
Does it have the blood on it? I hope it has the blood on it.
I'm not sure. But yeah, so ProShops, apparently they spend, I think, like 30 hours usually making these props each one. So you're paying for the detail.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they have the Game of Thrones props on the HBO website. You can get Jon Snow's sword for like $2,000.
Damn.
And Daenerys' dragon thing that she wore in season season, not bra, but she has like a dragon choker.
Okay.
Like it's like silver and diamonds, and it's for like $15,000.
I mean, if you're into it, go for it.
I want the throne. I want the Iron Throne.
There's no throne in the game. Number 14.
Game.
Via Verge.
Yeah, that's why they call it the Game of Thrones.
Okay, shut up. Via Verge, the Electronic Frontier Foundation has accused Microsoft of disregarding user choice and privacy with Windows 10.
You say privacy?
I did say privacy.
Why you're not English.
In a scathing editorial, EFF employee Amul Kalia calls on Microsoft to come clean with its user community over a growing number of Windows 10 privacy concerns. Windows 10 sends an unprecedented amount of usage data back to Microsoft, explains Kalia, knowing that enabling Cortana increases the amount of data passed to Microsoft. Privacy advocates have argued that Windows 10 sends back location, text input, voice input, touch input, websites you visit, and other telemetry data to Microsoft. In addition to that, WhatsApp apparently just teamed up with Facebook to do the same thing. So everyone's sharing data now.
Oh, yeah.
So people that like privacy are kind of fucked.
Don't use WhatsApp.
I don't really. The only thing that I want private is basically just like
Your terrorist stuff. Sorry. FBI, you didn't hear that.
Everyone that I know that uses WhatsApp is
in South America.
South Americans and Mexicans that the phone companies don't have unlimited texting.
Yep.
So
trust me, I know. A lot of the painters use that WhatsApp.
Yep.
Number 15. Do you guys know what current generation of GoPro is out?
7.
5.
4. Number 5 is coming out, but you're on the right track. So GoPro Hero 5, the little square one, is going to have voice commands. So you start each one by saying GoPro, then you can do turn on, start video, stop video, shoot burst, take photos, start time lapse, etc. So you're skiing down a mountain, you're dumb when you forget to record the video.
GoPro!
Then you go. That's it.
Then you GoPro.
Yeah. GoPro's losing money the past 2 years also, so we'll see if this helps.
They're expensive.
Samsung is shutting down Milk Music in September. Just like a nice
Milk Music.
Yeah, so it's like an app. You get like a dial, and as you turn the dial around, you get different genres of music.
Oh.
It's free to use it. They're gonna shut that down now. I've used it sometimes.
Oh yeah, they
don't care.
A couple of years ago.
I don't really care.
They're really
either.
pushing for it. They had
Spotify
they had Childish Gambino in their commercials, I think.
Milk Music doesn't justify a response to that.
Yeah,
I remember those commercials.
17. Tesla just launched a new 2-year lease program for its Model S and X vehicles. The tryout program will apply to all orders of the company's vehicles from now until September 12th. Tesla offered a 3-year lease program, but said it received numerous requests for potential customers asking for a shorter lease period. The monthly payment will start at $593, but that's only half the story, as always. It's going to require a significant down payment. Buyers will have to put down $7,288 for the Model S 60 kilowatt car, or $7,425 for the Model X at 10,000 miles a year. That's the lease. If you go over, then you got to pay by the mile. By comparison, a 36-month lease will require $3,862 and $3,983 for the S and X, respectively. So, think about it, Gerardo. We're gonna buy one.
You want to go halvesies? We can share the car.
it'll drive itself from my house to your house.
A whole bunch.
Can I borrow the car? Yeah, just
here.
wait 20 minutes.
I have about a half page of Uber stuff. I think the highlight is, so Uber is acquiring Otto, a startup that's been working on developing self-driving trucks. They compete with, what's the company? Uber? No, Tesla. Sorry. Let's see here. A federal judge has thrown out a $100 million class action settlement offered by Uber to its drivers. So Uber's trying to get its money back from the drivers, but the judge isn't having it.
Yeah, the drivers want to be treated as employees.
U.S. District Judge Edward Chen rejected the ride-sharing company's offer on Thursday. The original lawsuit contended, among other things, that drivers should be classed as employees rather than contractors. The settlement proposed by Uber would have awarded $100 million to about 385,000 current and former drivers, or $24 per driver.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's not worth it.
Not happening. What is this link? I just put a link down for this. Microsoft. Oh, okay. So the newest Windows 10 update apparently broke a whole bunch of people's cameras. There's some bug in it that disabled millions of cameras.
Like cameras on
the laptop.
Or on laptops?
Laptops, yeah. Oh. So Microsoft messed that one up. Number 20, got a whole bunch of quick ones now. Twitter shut down 235,000 more extremist accounts. And Twitter also finally updated their bullying things. So you can kind of get any tweet that has a certain word in it blocked. So kind of getting the harassment policy up to date.
They have a troll filter now.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep up with Instagram in that front. Yeah. Via Engadget, the home rental outfit Airbnb is now testing an app that will plan your whole trip for you, which is on Android. It shows you what to do once you've unpacked your bag, so you can flip through a guidebook on the app of attractions, tourist maps, itineraries, whatnot. something to do. Cisco's laying off 14,000 workers. Yik Yak, if you're not in college, you don't know what that is probably, is one step farther away from anonymity with status messages and feed of nearby users. I haven't used Yik Yak since freshman year.
Yeah, I haven't used it.
I haven't used it since freshman year.
I mean, I liked it, but I just deleted it.
2 winters ago is when the last I used it. And
Yeah, when I was going to Inver Hills.
It was like, it's fun at the U because the top feeds would have like 300 or 400, and they're always they're pretty funny. Yeah. But I kind of lost interest. Yeah. Snapchat is buying search app Verb for $100 million. So a few weeks ago, we told you that Snapchat's gonna have item recognition, and now they're gonna be buying a search app. So Snapchat's going all in.
Jeez.
Google Fiber is set to go wireless for its LA and Chicago launches. Google is
Watchdogs.
Yes. Google is killing off Hangouts on Air, and YouTube Live is going forward. Also, Alphabet is putting the fist down on Google Fiber because they're spending too much money. Alphabet's the new parent company of Google, which is now the most valuable company in the world.
It's Google. Google changed its name to Alphabet.
No, Alphabet.
And then they created the Google. It's weird.
Alphabet bought Google.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Google created Alphabet.
No, Alphabet bought Google last year.
What?
Alphabet bought Google last year.
No, I thought
no.
Google became Alphabet.
No, Alphabet bought Google.
Okay, whatever.
Number 26. BMW is working alongside Amazon to bring Echo Tech to all BMW cars by 27. So Echo
sucks.
I like Echo.
It's gonna allow
Siri. Driver. It's smart Siri.
Siri's not that smart.
Echo's smart.
Sucks.
You're wrong.
Whatever.
So drivers and BMWs now drivers can unlock their cars, get fuel levels, send messages with their voice, yada yada. Number 27, the NSA was hacked by a Russian cyber gang. Did you guys hear about that? Well, I didn't research it because I was hoping one of you would. So there's that.
Well, sorry, I'm busy
which
with
one are you
life.
doing now?
I'm on 27, but I'm not. Yeah, because I'm skipping over here, so I can't see which ones.
You have like a lot more than what you have on the show.
Yeah, I know. I told you that's why I lost track. But yeah, did you hear about anything about that?
Yeah.
NSA got hacked. Do you know anything about it?
I know the same as you do.
Okay, I have about 6 more than you can do yours. Microsoft. Okay, I told you guys to watch a commercial about Microsoft's newest laptop.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch it?
I did.
Okay.
I watched it on TV.
Okay, so for people that don't know, Apple, for their new iPad Pro, I'm not sure if it's new, they have a commercial that shows what the iPad can do. It has a stylus and a
keyboard, yeah.
A keyboard. It's like, we'll find out what your computer can do next. Well, Microsoft, did you watch the commercial? I'll show it to you.
People are talking about our podcast on Facebook.
Are there?
Milky Way, 46,000 people are talking about this.
So Microsoft came out with a commercial with the Microsoft Surface next to the iPad. And it's
like how much better.
Yeah, and it's comparing like Cortana's talking to Siri. It's like, hey Siri, can you do this?
I cannot do that.
So I'm gonna play this.
How can I do that?
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I'm gonna play this for you, man. I think it's a funny commercial.
Yeah, it's funny, but Microsoft, they're still pushing the Surface.
Then what's wrong with the Surface? I love the Surface.
I feel bad for Microsoft because it's not bad, but people are because the iPad came out first, so people just go for the iPad instead of looking at other options.
I had the Surface the first one. I bought the first one.
I bought the third one.
I don't know about any of the new ones, how good they are, but I liked the first one for a while, and then
I like that I could
use it anymore.
That I could.
It's still sitting somewhere at my house. That I probably sell it.
Okay, this is it.
For like $20.
What's the party for?
So it's the iPad Pro against the Surface Pro 4.
Hi Siri, what's the party for?
I just got a keyboard. I'm a computer now, like you.
So you have more power, like an Intel Core i7 processor?
Like I said, I just got a keyboard.
But you're running full Office, not just the app version, right?
I don't like where this is going.
And what about a trackpad and external ports?
Maybe this party thing wasn't such a good idea.
I think that's a good commercial.
I like that the Surface has a nice keyboard. It has a USB port. Has 2 USB ports. And it runs on Windows 8 instead of like a shitty mobile version of Windows, like the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's full Windows 8, so that's nice. But people are just too like, oh, iPad. Since iPad came out first, that's what they go for. They don't know that Samsung has tablets. They don't know that Sony has tablets.
Like we talked about last time with people calling football Surface iPads.
Yeah. I mean,
it makes me mad.
And they're overpriced too.
Yeah. Okay. A few more on my end. HoloLens, the wannabe Magic Leap.
HoloLens.
It's still not Magic. It's not Magic Leap. So I don't care. HoloLens is now available for $3,000. F-35.
Only $3,000.
Yeah. The F-35, the thing that every American kind of hates, is now cleared for combat. So we'll see how many people die. Nokia is bringing its 360 camera Ozo to China's booming VR market. Robert Kirkman, do you guys know who that is?
Yep, creator of The Walking Dead.
Yes, of Walking Dead fame, is ending the Invincible comic book series. You guys ever read that?
No.
Me neither. It's like a superhero thing, I think. Ford wants to build the largest self-driving fleet by 2021, and their fleet will not have steering wheels. I think
do not like that.
I don't think Ford's going to get it by 2021, but I think they're going to put a shitload of money into it.
A lot of things are supposed to happen in the 2020s.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
Two more on my end. Intel is going to start building ARM-based smartphone chips to pave the way for future deals.
Do you say Harambe? What?
ARM.
Oh, I think you said Harambe.
I think they're building these for the future Apple and Qualcomm, but we'll see. My last one, Samsung Watch 3. So Apple is planning a 10.5-inch iPad Pro in 2017 and a new low-cost iPad. And MacBook, at long last, is going to have an OLED bar for gamers. The iPhone 7 Pro is dead. There might be an all-glass model next month. 2 new Apple Watches for 2016 with faster processor, GPS, and more.
Do they have the Mickey Mouse clock?
I don't know.
God, I love that mouse.
Apple has released updated diversity figures indicating it has made slight but steady progress in hiring more women and underrepresented minorities and ensuring those employees are paid the same as their white male counterparts. The new numbers outlined on Apple's dedicated diversity and inclusion webpage, yes, that exists, indicates the company increased their percentage of female new hires from 31% in 2014 to 37% so far this year, while the figure for underrepresented minorities has increased from 21% of new hires to 27% in 2016. Apple classifies underrepresented minorities as Black, Hispanic, Native American, Native Hawaiian, and other Pacific Islander in its report.
They don't have white Hispanics?
No white Hispanic. No.
Triggered.
No way, Joseph.
All right, that's it for moi.
Get it?
Gerardo, what do you got for tech and science news?
I think that was all you for tech and science.
Oh, you don't have anything that one?
Yeah, I didn't have anything for tech and science.
You just because I didn't put all mine on there.
Yeah, I have for politics and for space news.
I have
movies.
So I have a quiz.
Sports.
So we're an hour and 1 minute, 2 minutes. Keep your attention going. I have a quiz for you guys.
Quiz.
So
I hate quizzes.
It's a fairly lengthy. So it's about 12 questions, all kind of different formats, different categories that cover what we cover in Milky Way News.
Okay.
We have 2 prizes. We have an envelope and a box.
Oh God.
One prize is very good.
The envelope.
One prize is terrible.
The box.
The winner is gonna decide who gets it.
What's in the box?
Okay. I will say, whoever wins is gonna be very happy. Whoever loses is gonna be even more mad than the person that's happy. So I will say, try your best on the quiz.
I'm a loser.
Whoever gets the most points wins.
I'm gonna lose.
Question 1. True or false?
Oh boy.
The first one, true or false? Okay. Due to the Flynn effect, humans appear to be gaining about 3 IQ points per decade, with no explanation as to why.
True.
I say false.
Okay.
People are stupid.
I want to write down. I'm gonna do a little score thing on the bottom. Max.
I think that's the Flynn effect, unless I'm confusing the Flynn effect with something else.
I don't know. From what I see around today, I think people are getting stupider. So.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to do this one. We'll skip this one. Now, number 2, I was gonna list off. I was gonna list off the name of 5 Pokemon and tell you guys, or ask you what generation they were from, but I didn't write down any Pokemon, so we're deleting that one.
I wouldn't have known that.
I would have won that one, of course.
We'll come back. 3 is gonna be at the end. Number 4. When was the last VCR ever made? So the very last VCR, when was that produced?
I think that was this year, wasn't it? And this year, 2016.
What do you think?
I don't know, probably like 2006. 10 years ago.
Okay. Next one. This country recently announced a plan to impose a ban on burqas in public places.
France.
I don't know.
Okay.
America.
Trump's America.
Yeah.
Can you guess a real country?
Future
You know,
America.
guess a country.
I don't know what country's racist.
America. United Kingdom. Or cousin.
So
or,
I'm
or
calling
father.
this
cousin.
the quote of the summer. See if you guys can guess who it is.
Wait, what?
I'm calling this the quote of the summer.
Okay.
So kind of different question. So who said this? European Americans need at least one man in the U.S. Senate, one man in the Congress who will defend their rights and heritage. So if someone's defending European Americans.
I want to say Donald Trump. That sounds too easy. I want to say Reince Priebus.
Okay. European Americans need at least one man in the U.S. Senate. That's a big hint. European Americans need at least one man in the U.S. Senate, one man in the Congress who will defend their rights and heritage.
Who's on the Senate?
Or wants to
A
be.
lot of
Wants
old
to
white
be.
men.
Some old white man. I don't know, people.
Okay.
I'm set up for failure.
That's
in
fine.
This game.
True or false? Dolph Lundgren has a master's in biomedical
True.
astrophysics.
I was gonna say true, but I'll say false. Can I say true?
You can say true.
I'll say true.
Okay.
You're already winning.
If Michael Phelps were his own country, he'd have the 5th most swimming gold medals at 23. The other 3 nations, what are they?
These
my
are
God.
the
1
worst
point.
questions ever.
You try making up your own quiz.
Give like a A, B, C, and D answers. You're just saying, okay, what countries did this?
I'm
It's
gonna
like,
say
3-point question.
friggin' France, Sweden, Denmark, and Russia.
That was 4.
Oh,
Oh, there is 4. Never mind. You're right.
Okay,
France, America, and Germany.
you're missing one.
I thought you said 3.
4.
4.
Oh, 4. Australia.
Okay. Okay, next question. Name this material. The world's strongest material is 1 million times thinner than paper and 200 times stronger than steel.
Spider silk.
Can I go with his answer? 'Cause
Yes, you can.
I'm pretty sure that's the right answer.
Okay. If the 7 other confirmed planets in our solar system, so not Planet X, were placed in a line between the Sun and the Earth, how much room would be left in terms of distance in kilometers? So how much of a gap would there be left if every planet was placed between Sun and Earth? Closest to the answer in kilometers.
Wait, what?
Okay, so imagine you're looking...
So you're lining them up right next to each other?
Yep, so you have the Sun here and the Earth. Every other planet is placed in a line. How much empty space is there left?
50,000? No, 50 million kilometers. Not thousand.
I'm going to go with 70.
70 kilometers?
Million.
Okay, 70 million. Okay.
70
Pretty close.
inches.
Just 70.
Okay,
Just 70.
so this isn't the question, but do you guys know how Pathfinder landed on Mars?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sky crane.
that was Curiosity.
Oh.
Pathfinder, as well as the Vikings 1 and 2, they landed via airbags.
Oh, that's right.
So, how high did
420.
Pathfinder bounce on its first bounce, and how many bounces did it have? 2 points. 3 points also. So,
500
hold up. 1 point for how high did it bounce, 1 point for how many bounces, and 1 point for how high did NASA expect it to bounce.
Is this in meters or imperial?
Feet.
Okay.
Feet.
So, first one, how high did it bounce?
I'm going to say 623 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 500 feet.
That's going to be my first answer.
Okay. How many bounces did it bounce?
7.
42.
How high did NASA prepare for it to bounce? So not expect, but they prepare for it to bounce this high.
300 feet.
No, in miles, sorry.
Miles?
Yes. This one's in miles.
What?
Right?
2 miles.
1 mile.
Okay.
4 miles.
Last question.
420 miles.
Oh, no, do one more question after. So true or false? This one's true or false. According to a recent study, more people may die from drug-resistant infections than from any cancer by 2050. More than 700,000 deaths happen every year from antimicrobial resistance.
True.
False.
Okay. So the last part of our quiz for the amazing prize is going to be a sound thing. So I'm going to play a couple sounds, video game lore, and you guys are going to have to guess what it is. Hopefully, I haven't tested these, so hopefully I get the sounds right away.
All my video game expertise comes from 2009 on.
Ooh. I've been playing video games since before.
Okay,
I was
I'm hoping
born.
this one's it.
I was pretty hindered
What are we supposed to do?
before 2009.
Tell you what it's from?
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully this works.
Okay.
I haven't tried any of these yet.
Why not?
Cause I don't know.
¿Por qué no?
Is it? That's not playing anything.
No, it's not.
Is the volume up?
Yeah.
Just turn it off and back on again.
Okay, here we go. So this is song number 1. Whoever
Oh, I already know that.
whoever guesses these first,
Wii Sports.
Mac has a point.
Sounded familiar. It's a Nintendo game, but I didn't know it.
Oh, this is Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, next sound. It's an intro. There's an intro card.
What?
PlayStation 2.
1. Is it 2?
PlayStation 2.
I thought we were going like actual video games. I didn't know it was.
It's a couple of different random things.
Gotcha.
Sorry. I just thought this would be interesting to try. Whoever guesses one first.
Okay.
Play it again. Nope, it's not.
I want to say I know what that's from. Somebody dying, obviously.
I know, but it feels like she fell off a cliff.
Here's another one.
Someone singing.
Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid.
I never played it.
I was gonna.
What was the rush? I mean, why didn't you say it?
Because I didn't want to be wrong.
Yeah, I knew the alert would give it away.
I never played it.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
I was like, that sounds like one of the really old ones.
Okay, next one. 2 more.
Is it an opening sequence or something?
Yeah.
Sounds funky. There's a lot of destruction going on in the background.
So you can find another one. Let's see if this is a better one.
That probably sounds so familiar. Is this an old game?
This one is.
Nintendo or PS2?
Probably both.
I don't know.
That bubbly sound sounds familiar, but I can't identify it.
I'm not sure what this might add. It started as a PC game, I think.
Roller Coaster Tycoon. No, it's not Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Whoever has, you're in the right ballpark. These are a couple of sound effects from the game.
Is this Sims?
This is Sims.
I was like, why does it... It sounds really... Okay.
sounds Simish.
Simish. You were close with roller coaster.
Oh,
That's Game Boy Advance.
It's Gerardo. That's just Game Boy.
One
more.
Because the original Game Boy just had the ba-ding.
Donkey Kong.
Oh. That's the.
Age of Empires.
I'm gonna do. Hold up. You're gonna get. Hold up. You're gonna get it. You guys. Here we go. Listen.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
The box. Yeah. I was like, I know that.
Okay.
These are older games. I didn't play them.
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, you lived in Mexico.
I had to pay 10 pesos an hour to rent a PS2.
You were definitely leading up to the quiz or the sounds, but Matt might have pulled ahead. Let's go through this. So number one was the funny fact. Humans appear to be gaining about 3 IQ points per decade with no reason as to why. That was true. So 1 point for Gerardo. You guys keep score because my score math is terrible.
Okay.
1-0.
Okay. When was the last VCR ever made? Gerardo, you said 2016. Matt, you said something else?
2006.
It was July of 2016.
2-0.
Next question. This country recently announced a plan to impose a ban on burqas in public places. It was like parks and something else, I think. It was Germany, so neither of you got this. It was Germany.
Oh.
Quote of the summer. European Americans need at least one man in the U.S. Senate, one man in Congress who will defend their rights and heritage. David Duke, Gerardo.
Oh. Yeah. I was thinking like hardcore Republican.
KKK Duke.
KKK.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. True or false? Dolph Lundgren has a master's in biomedical astrophysics. Matt, you said...
True.
We both say true.
Yes, you both said true. It was false. He has a master's in chemical engineering.
I knew he had a master's.
Not biomedical astrophysics.
You're one of those type of people.
I'm sorry.
Where it's like half wrong.
It's a different
biomedical
field,
astrophysics doesn't make any sense now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Number 8. If Michael Phelps were his own country, he'd have the 5th most swimming gold medals at 23. Gerardo, you didn't get any of these. Matt, I'm going to give you half a point. I'll show you. So number 1, the U.S. would have 247 swimming gold medals. Australia has 60. East Germany has 38. You said Germany. I'm going to give you half a point.
Oh, of all time, not
Yes.
just these Olympics. Oh.
And Hungary has 28. Phelps is 4th with 23. So half a point for you.
2.5.
What, 3 out of 4, right?
No, you only got half a point. You didn't say U.S., did you?
Yeah, I said America.
Yeah, he said America.
Oh, okay. Did you say
That was
Australia?
the first one. Yeah, I said Australia,
Oh.
Germany.
You say Hungary?
America. I didn't say Hungary.
Oh, so you got 2.5 points.
Okay, cool.
Okay, wow. I didn't know that.
Dang,
2.5 to 2 points. Okay.
Cool.
The material the world's strongest is 1 million times thinner than paper and 200 times stronger than steel. Neither of you got this. I'm going to give you a second chance. It's made of carbon.
Nanotubes.
Close. What are nanotubes made of?
Carbon.
Yeah.
Graphene.
Oh.
Graphite.
Yes, our pencils are strong. Number 10. If the 7 confirmed planets, no Planet X, were placed in a line between Sun and Earth, how much would be left? You said 50 million kilometers?
50 million.
And you said 70 million.
Yeah.
The answer is 4,000 kilometers. Shout out to Jupiter. So point for you.
Oh. I was closer.
That's really close. Score is 3 to 2.5?
Yep.
Okay. How high did Pathfinder bounce?
Too high.
Matt, Gerardo, you said 500 feet. You were closest. It bounced 51 feet.
Oh.
How many bounces did it have? Matt, you said 7. You were closest. It had 15 bounces. Now, for how high did NASA prepare for the bounce? You said 1. You said,
I said 1 mile.
You said 2. You get the point. NASA prepared for 1.5 to 2 miles. That's insane. And the crazy thing is, so they prepared for a 2-mile bounce, but only got 51 feet. So it's interesting that it...
So we are...
Tied?
No.
Almost tied?
Well, you have half a point, so it can't be tied.
Wait.
He got 2 points out of that.
Go back. Yeah, he got 2 points.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it 3 to 2.5 or something?
Yeah, 3 to 2.5.
So it's 4.5 to 3. 4. 4.5 to 4.
4.5 to 4, yeah.
Okay. So now the sounds. Wii Sports, Matt. Score check.
So 5.5 to 4.
5.5 to 4.
PS2 Startup, Gerardo.
5.5 to 5
Snake Metal Gear Solid, Matt.
6.5
to 5.
Sim Sound,
me.
Game Boy Startup, Gerardo.
So 7.5 to 6.
Crash Bandicoot.
8.5 to 6.
Matt, you are the winner of the first ever all-around Milky Way News quiz.
Yay.
You
I was
want
gonna
to
lose.
you saved
I
yourself.
thought
on
I got
sounds.
0 points during the whole other question, like actual questions.
I thought
I don't know anything.
I thought I was so confident that it was
much fun?
France that banned the burkini.
Yeah, a long time. They banned the hijab, the niqab, and the burqa a couple years ago.
Oh, burqa.
Yeah.
Not the
So you said
burkini.
burkini.
No, burqa.
Oh.
And the judges overruled that.
Oh, okay.
No longer imposed. So Matt, would you like the envelope or the box?
This doesn't make sense.
What?
How are you gonna make us choose?
Yeah, you
The-
win, you get to choose.
Yeah,
That's
you get
stupid.
the winner.
Give me
Gets,
the envelope. I don't care.
okay, you get the envelope. There's
nothing in it.
Matt, you get to open it first.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's a stupid.
There's gotta be a check in there.
It's gonna be a paper that says, "Oh, you suck." Oh, it's a State Fair ticket.
No,
What is it? Oh, it's your State Fair
No.
ticket.
It's a stub.
it's a parking pass that was only good for the day I went.
Oh.
Oh, so I got bucks.
So Gerardo, careful! I want that box. You don't get the box. Pop it over.
Where is it? Oh, it's here.
I'm sorry, Matt. That
And I won for nothing.
Oh, it's a shirt.
It's a Milky Way News shirt. I don't care. I'd rather have the parking pass.
I'm not the best
Fuck
designer.
your stupid shirt.
Is it a 2X? Because if it's not, I'll give it to Matt.
It's an XL.
Oh, it's not gonna fit me probably.
It's too big for me.
That's
The
cool. Oh,
YouTube
it has
play
a
button.
YouTube logo.
I feel like because most people don't know what it is.
Is that the back?
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's back.
The back with the front.
It's the Milky Way News logo and like it was bracket.
It's only a quarter of it.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Don't worry, Matt. I got you one too.
I don't want one.
You're gonna take one.
I told you.
I got you large.
Okay.
I bought 2 large and 2 XL. So Danny's gonna have the XL.
You're gonna have the large.
Well, I've already worn. I wore my large to the state fair, hoping that 100,000 people would see it. I haven't seen our views or subscribers go up at all. 100,000 people saw my shirt. No one did anything.
See if it fits. Sometimes I can fit 2X.
So yeah, I'm not the best designer, but at least it's something. I do like the front of it,
Yeah, I like the front.
and I feel like I had to have the YouTube logo on it so people know what it is.
Yeah, it's too small.
What are you talking about? You look like me who wears shirts. Too.
Well, fuck.
Look at my boobs.
Dude, you got nice boobs.
Look at the
Stick that in
nicest
your
man
intro.
boobs you've ever seen. I got the hairiest man boobs you'll ever see.
Actual boobs.
I'll save it and I'll lose weight.
That's your incentive now, because else you just waste all my money.
Take it easy, Ethan.
So
I can't breathe.
So what I want one of you guys to do. So Danny doesn't know we have shirts.
Yeah.
We're
all gonna wear them.
No, I'm thinking somehow one of you makes a game or something. So like one of us gets the shirt during the podcast. So Danny gets like kind of upset that he doesn't have one or something. I don't know. Think of something. Does that fit you or in the XL?
Well, I'm wearing it over another shirt, so
You like it?
yeah, it fits.
Yeah. It's soft at least. Just put 200 of them on.
Where do you get these that allow? Oh, Vistaprint.
Yeah.
Windows Vista print.
Yes, Windows Vista prints.
Some like shirt websites you have to have like a minimum of like
50 shirts.
No, there wasn't
like 6.
no minimum. I think I like the back of it. I haven't seen. Looks good. It looks.
We're gonna get a cease and desist
But that's
from
why-
YouTube.
So when you sent me, actually imagine that it's like. So it's like imagine someone has a restraining order. It's like, yeah, well I have a cease and desist from YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks okay though. Bro, but you sent me that video, this picture of the sweatshirts.
Yeah.
About 3 days after I ordered those. So that's why I was like, "Bleh."
I dig it.
Cool.
I'll wear it
Is
as
this
pajamas.
the Scarface thing that you put on the document? Is it that kids?
No.
Oh.
Do you want to do a TV shows next?
I'm looking at a kid's like a kindergarten or like an elementary school play, and they're doing Scarface.
Sick.
I wish I went to the elementary school.
The little kid wearing like one of those like big like 70s style suit with the big flaps.
Yeah, right.
And has like a Nerf gun.
Oh Jesus!
It's
Bad.
popcorn instead of cocaine.
Bad to the bone.
I love it.
Shall we do movies and TV shows next?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's do
Internet, Milky Way news. You just enjoyed a nice, fun little quiz. Hope you learned something. We're gonna tackle the latest movies and TV show news. Start off this list.
Oh yeah, you did.
Number 1.
I thought it would be headphones.
No, it wasn't that. You thought it actually was?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, nice. I'm getting new headphones.
Oh. I knew Matt would take the envelope. He doesn't trust the box. You always go with the box.
What's in the box?
Training Day director Antoine Fuqua is in talks to remake Scarface set in L.A. That's all I got. That's all the news out about it. Comedy Central has canceled Larry Wilmore's nightly show because he's black.
No, because
Yeah. But that's kind of sad.
It's because he's not white.
You didn't get the young people.
the big appeal that
You didn't,
Colbert
yeah,
had.
you didn't get the young people. Number 3, there is talks for a Napoleon Dynamite sequel.
Oh boy.
Number 4, so lately I haven't watched, actually I did watch so I keep watching Mr. Robot. Last Wednesday's episode was amazing. Elliot, or Rami Malek, wasn't in it at all. He's the main character. It was pretty good.
He's Egyptian. You know that?
I don't know that.
He's a gypsy.
This new show on Netflix called The Get Down. Do you guys watch it at all?
I didn't. I was too busy
Okay.
watching BoJack Horseman.
I was too busy playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
4.
Do you watch BoJack Horseman?
I watched for a couple episodes, didn't like it.
You know
hold
the
on.
main theme?
What?
It's Black Keys composed that main theme.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
And if you listen to the new, well, it's not new anymore, but their latest CD, there's a song called "The Weight of Love," and that drums then and the theme that goes tum, 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 they sample that and they put it in the song. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, that's from BoJack. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, they wrote the theme. That's
Small
cool.
Or you know.
So the show called The Get Down.
Get down.
It kind of takes place in the 70s in the Bronx. It's about the rise of DJs and hip hop and rap. And it follows a crew, like a kid that wants to rap, and he meets up with this really good DJ. It's all about recording new sounds, and it has the drama of, because back then people were burning down entire blocks of the Bronx to get insurance money. And it's about these kids growing up around it, making this amazing music. 5-episode first season. The best. I'm a country guy. You guys know that. Some of this music is amazing. I've watched. This show is amazing. You guys should watch the show. The actors are all fantastic.
I've heard good things about it.
It's fantastic. I love this show. The DJ's name is Shaolin. Fantastic. It's a great show.
Is he Asian?
No, he's black.
Why Shaolin?
You have to watch it to find out.
Is it from Once Upon a Time in Shaolin?
When I told you guys about Stranger Things, you guys probably knew about it. I told you to watch it for the podcast. I feel just as strongly about watching The Get Down because I know you guys will like it. I think you'll like it more than Gerardo.
Okay.
I think the music will speak to you.
Okay.
Next, number 5.
Is that mine?
I don't see yours, so whenever you want to hop in. Mission Impossible
It's yours.
6 is delayed due to Tom Cruise wanting more money. So production might start up again on that soon. Did you guys ever seen Firefly?
I did watch
No,
it
I watched the
a while
movie
ago.
Serenity.
Okay. So people hate Fox, so they canceled Firefly after one season.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a new animated show, Firefly show, coming out on YouTube. The first teaser trailer came out last week. I have no idea what the stuff in the trailer is because I don't watch Firefly, but it looks okay.
I really liked the show.
I'm meaning to watch. I know this is on
If you
Netflix.
like the sci-fi
yeah,
space.
I like Josh
cowboy.
Whedon. I like old Josh
Yeah.
Whedon, not new Josh Whedon.
It's like
very
a Western sci-fi.
Space Western.
Yeah, space Western.
Westworld's. It's coming out.
Yep.
HBO show.
Yep.
Jared Leto has joined Blade Runner 2. No joke.
Is he gonna play the android?
I don't know who he's playing. I just know he joins.
Tears.
I think the
Like-
biggest news was it.
Oh, I forgot the line.
I don't like Blade Runner, but he's gonna be with Harrison Ford, so maybe that's cool.
So,
Tears in the Rain. That's the.
Oh, okay.
That's the little monologue. Really good.
This I think is really cool, guys. Adam West Burt Ward, Julie Newmar are all back to voice the respective characters of Batman, Robin, and Catwoman in Batman: Return of the Caped Crusaders. EW broke the news with a promo trailer, which is really good, that teases a plot in which the dynamic duo must confront Catwoman, the Joker, Penguin, and the Riddler. The actor who portrayed those villains in the 60s, Cesar Romero, Burgess Meredith, and Frank Goshrin, respectively, are no longer with us. The original Batman show ran for 120 episodes from 1966 to 68. The campy classic became iconic for the onomatopoeia graphics during the fight scenes, pow, bam, other things. Let's see here. West's deadpan delivery of ridiculously verbose and axiomatic dialogue and Ward's wholly blank catchphrases. So it's coming back. The trailer looks good. I'm excited for this. I watched The Killing Joke. It was okay. The Red Hood origin story I didn't really like. I like the gritty Batman. He's lethal. I'm excited for this though.
Yeah.
Adam West sounds fantastic as Batman again.
I've yet to watch the
Killing Joke?
Yeah, Killing Joke.
I've heard that the last 20 minutes are good. The first
For me,
the first part of when they introduce Catwoman, not Catwoman, but Batgirl.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I like it. I love that there's a love interest between them.
Yeah.
And I love that. I feel like Joker's Red Hood story are rushed way too much, not necessary. The last 5 minutes I hated. It was fun though. The Killing Joke I think is a great story. I'm happy it was made. And I think I said this in the second episode of Milky Way News, how Warner Bros. Is going to start producing animated videos because movies for them in a few months. Well, here we go. We've started seeing them.
Yeah, I said The Killing Joke should have been the second Batman movie before Suicide
You did say that.
I said that last podcast.
You did. Amazon has greenlit a Jack Ryan series starring Jim Halpert. You guys know who? Jim
Krasinski?
I like to say Jim Halpert, yeah.
From The Office?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Mr.
John
Robot.
Krasinski. He's
Yes,
like
John.
Jim in The Office.
Mr. Robot has been renewed for a third season. So we were talking about Sausage Party earlier.
Sausage Party?
So apparently it was created by dictators. So Greg Tiernan, who helped oversee it, all of the animators and writers have come out to say that he forced unpaid overtime, else he would fire them and ruin their careers and never let them work for him again. He would often make them work for 60 hours a week and really bully them, like swear at them, tell them like no one loves them and stuff, like really just be a jackass to them, and the workers couldn't do anything about it. So that's kind of overshadowing a lot of it.
Was there evidence that that's true? Not saying.
No, it's definitely true.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I heard about
realsies?
they were mistreated, but I didn't know
real.
if there's anything more.
Greg and someone else, but Greg was really the Hitler of this thing.
Jeez.
Not good. ABC and Lucasfilms are in talks for a Star Wars TV series. I feel like this is me speculating, but
Another one?
Star Trek show is coming up. Maybe they want to do this.
it's supposed to be the direct competition.
The 38th parallel. What does that mean to you, Gerardo or Matt?
38th parallel, isn't that like a coordinate?
Korea,
The
DMZ.
border between
Yes.
Korea and South Korea?
So the 38th parallel was released. This is a new show in China. Featuring a subject that had been forbidden for years. China's first Korean War TV series hit small screens throughout the nation on May 28th. Just discovered it. The 30th parallel starts when fishermen along the Yalu River, which borders China and what is now North Korea, are attacked by a U.S. fighter bomber in 1950. The series follows the trials and difficulties faced by two young Chinese men who volunteered to fight in Korea after they survived the attack. This was the first time that a TV drama about the Korean War, or as they call it, the war to resist U.S. aggression and aid Korea, as it's called in China, has graced TV screens in the country in the past 16 years. Kind of like Band of Brothers, but Korea and
from Korea's perspective.
and America's a bad guy.
China's
which
perspective.
I mean, you can say America's a bad guy. It's kind of true for there.
Yeah, kind of.
From there, yeah. It was a proxy war. Lord of the Rings Hobbit ultimated Blu-ray set with 30 discs and like hundreds of hours of film is going on sale for $800. Extended cuts behind $800. Extended cuts behind the scenes. There's books with hand-drawn illustrations from a few of the people. The amount of footage, I think it was something like over 100 hours of footage. Well, yeah, but you can get that for $800, or you can get
That's way too much.
or you can get the 6-disc collection of all the films for $70 on Blu-ray. That's better.
The 6.
All three Hobbits and Lord of the Rings.
The bundle that you just mentioned, I would pay $200.
Yes,
for
I would.
it.
And the book,
Not $800.
the book alone, I would pay $100 for
I
it.
can buy a car for $800.
Yes. But this is the first time that the bundles with 2 series are combined. And as we mentioned before, I hope Peter Jackson makes... What movie did he have?
Oh,
Someone said that Peter Jackson... Skyrim.
Skyrim, yeah.
Yes.
That's
I missed that.
That's become my new
Yes.
way of measuring the worth of things. If I can buy a car,
Gotcha. That's a
with
good
that
way to-
money, it's
Right.
overpriced.
That's a good thing about it.
Exactly.
So, Bethesda dude, I forgot his name, he said that if they want Elder Scrolls to become a movie, but they will only let Peter Jackson direct it, he said they turn down offers every year to make it into a movie, but
Is that
Peter
Bernie
Jackson's
Sanders?
mine. 2 more for me. Univision is buying Gawker for $135 million. Shout out to Hulk
It's
Hogan.
not gonna be Gawker.
Dave Franco,
Accent.
Jackie Chan, Olivia Munn from G4 fame, Fred Armisen, who I met in this building upstairs.
No way.
Yes, and more are set to voice act for the Lego Ninjago movie coming out in September 2017. Yeah, that's all I got for TV and
I'll get what I have. So Ghostbusters. They
An
flopped.
adult virgin.
It's gonna break even at best, and they're just gonna do a TV show.
Yep.
So
I saw a Trump Buster shirt at the fair on Thursday.
Trump Busters.
I told him it was a nice shirt.
Ben-Hur flopped with 11.4 million.
Did you
at
watch the
opening
original?
weekend? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna say Morgan Freeman is losing credibility by taking these shit roles.
Morgan Freeman. It looks like he's just.
He's
He
old.
has this look in his face like I'm just here for the paycheck.
Ever since he played God,
He's old.
he's taken the Robert De Niro role, just taking
Yeah.
De Niro role.
It's
Yeah, it was when they get old, they're just like,
so that's
But he's
what
such a good
I got.
actor
I just
still.
want money.
You should only play Nelson Mandela.
they just want easy movies.
Yeah,
Are they the same person?
he's reached the
Yeah, he
point
was president of Africa.
where he's like, I'm done
Morgan
doing.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
all of Africa.
Yeah.
all of it, the whole continent.
Not the South though.
The South. We're gonna talk about the South.
Anything else for you?
Nope.
Matt, what have you been watching? Do you have any news for us? Gerardo, what have you been watching? Also, if you haven't chimed in.
Nothing.
I just been watching BoJack Horseman.
Okay.
It's real. I'm surprised you don't like
Really
it.
watched.
I watched the first episode, and I just didn't get into it.
It gets better after the first episode.
Let's see here.
They have a whole episode in the 90s. They have a whole episode in the 80s. They have a whole episode underwater. That's like
Oh.
a silent movie.
Narcos season 2 comes out next
Yes.
month. I'm gonna binge watch that in 2 days again. Anything else? coming up?
I like watching Narcos because I can
Right.
watch it in the background because most of it is in Spanish.
Gotcha. You don't like watching it though?
I like watching
Okay.
it, but I'm just saying, like, if there's a show like BoJack Horseman, I can't just have it on the background and watch it while I'm working on homework on other stuff. Because you have to watch it. That's the funny parts happen because it's animation. But like Narcos, I can just have it in the background and just listen to it.
I will never dare turn away from it just because I never want to miss a second of when they show the actual footage from the war down there.
That's you.
When they show that footage,
Well, I can tell
you get into it.
because it doesn't sound like a mismatch of different Spanish. Because you have Brazilian actors, Colombian actors, Mexican actors, Chilean actors, Puerto Rican actors.
Yep.
And when they're all speaking Spanish, it's just like this mashup of different accents, and it's just really funny.
As far as Netflix
a
shows
Spanish
go,
speaker.
I love Daredevil. I love Stranger Things. I love The Get Down. They're in the top 50 shows of my life. Narcos is my all-time favorite Netflix show.
You have to watch it.
I would, for top Netflix show, or like original Netflix show, I would House of Cards.
I still have yet to watch it. I have so many shows I need to watch.
House of Cards for me is awesome too, but nothing beats
more
Narcos for me.
Narcos is second to House of Cards.
If Narcos was Miami, I probably won't like it, but I freaking love Colombia.
Oh, they Colombia news. They just signed a peace deal with FARC.
2 things about Colombia.
Or 70-year civil war.
Yep, my first tweet about that was good luck getting those people to live in the cities and get down from the mountains, even though they signed a deal. Number 2, I got a shirt from Colombia today because my sister just came back from there. She was down there for 15 days.
Nice. What? It's the soccer shirt on purpose?
No, it's a shirt. The old city, Cartagena.
Cartagena?
Yep, she got me a shirt from there, and she got me these the candies.
Is it oh, those are good.
I haven't tried these yet. I meant to put these in our game, and you're gonna guess where they're from.
Colombia.
You're right.
Yes.
You win. From the envelope.
Is it the taffy covered?
What does that say? Carmelo Blondo de Cafe Chewy Candy.
Oh, it's not the same as I thought. It's just chewy coffee caramel.
Yeah.
Tastes
like coffee.
Cool. Good. So yeah, I am interested to see how they're gonna put these people from the mountains into the cities.
We'll just
And if
take
they're
the
gonna-
mountains and push them over there.
Anything else? Oh, it is coffee.
It's from Colombia, the coffee capital of everything.
We're going pretty quick. Only an hour and
Are you
40
sure
in.
it's not? There's something else besides coffee that also starts with C?
Cream?
It's also white.
Coconut.
So yeah,
It's definitely not cocaine.
Yeah, not cocaine.
Creme brulee.
It is cocaine.
There's a sound clip for your intro.
Thank you. If any of you guys want to redo the intro, feel free.
Cocaine.
Shall we tackle the unknown?
Rogaine. Yes, let's tackle the
Milky
unknown.
Way's news, the unknown. We're going to talk about weird and random news, where it gets its own special category because it's so unique.
Cool.
Do you have anything for this?
I have 2.
I have 8.
Well, I have 1.5 because we're sharing the.
Yeah.
They're sharing one.
I have 10. Do your unique one first, and then the one we share, because I don't know which one we're sharing.
So, ramen noodles are displacing tobacco as currency in U.S. prisons.
Is that because prison food sucks?
Yep.
Okay. Where?
And it's
Everywhere?
And in the U.S.
LA? Somewhere?
Just as the U.S.
Everything sucks.
So it's cheap. It's easy to make, and
How do they get ramen in prison?
they smuggle it. I don't know.
Was old currency cigarettes?
Yeah,
butt
cigarettes.
sex, something?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes and butt sex.
So now people are trading ramen noodles.
Okay.
For stuff.
Ramen noodles. I dig it.
Is this a viable
Better than
economy?
cigarettes.
Can it work?
I don't know.
Okay. Can you imagine if someone walking out of prison, like, I'm free to go up to a gas station? How much does gas cost? 2 ramens.
2 ramens.
What are we sharing?
Well, as you know,
Harambe?
our Lord and Savior Harambe
May you rest in soul.
died for our sins. So we have to whip her dicks out.
Keep talking.
He sacrificed for humanity at the Cincinnati Zoo. Now a shrine for the Harambeism.
May he ape in heaven.
Well, the Cincinnati Zoo is not happy with Harambe memes.
They are not. Thane Maynard, the director of the Cincy Zoo,
Sweet name, by the way.
it is, had his Twitter hacked, his profile pic was changed, and tweets sent saying, hashtag, excuse my language, dicks out for Harambe. Maynard told the AP, we are not amused by the memes, petitions, and signs about Harambe. Our zoo family is still healing about the constant mention of Harambe makes moving forward more difficult. I believe they shut down all social media.
Well, they deleted their Twitter.
Yep.
They suspended their Twitter.
Jeez.
And now
Don't shoot gorillas.
their Facebook is getting flooded. Like, I just saw a screen cap of there were some poster on their page. They had like bring your kid bring your pajamas to the to the museum, to the zoo day. No. And somebody's like, can I bring gorilla pajamas?
No.
I'm not getting shot, right?
Can you imagine if, so let's say an activist is trying to partake, and they think all these memes are like supporters with them, and people are just like, harassing the zoo out of fun. It's funny.
I saw this post. It was like a mock Harambe Twitter account where it's like, thanks for everyone who misses me. Sadly, the bullet didn't, or something like that. And I was like,
One of my favorites is with the white gorilla. I always forget what
oh yeah.
No, I love the one, the picture that they didn't want you to see.
gotten shot.
The picture they didn't want you to see. It's Harambe with like a graduation cap.
Yes. I see. Because that was with the Florida one, I believe. The Florida guy that got shot. They kept
What?
there was a black guy in Florida that got shot by cops. They kept showing his thug photo. But
Oh,
then
yeah.
people sent out the graduation photo. You got your Harambe sweatshirt.
Yep, Harambe sweatshirt.
I'm with Harambe.
I'm with Harambe.
Good. My shirt's coming at some point.
I'm
in September.
gonna wear it to school Monday.
Do it.
More in the unknown. 2 months ago, if you guys heard about this, The world was abuzz with plans that Norway was going to do something. You guys know what Norway was going to do?
No.
They're gonna switch driving lanes.
Oh, they already did. Idiots. Norway is going to ban the sale of all new gas cars by 2025, eventually leading to shout-outs from Elon Musk. But, as it turns out a few days ago, Car and Bike Venture reported that there was no plan for the ban of gas cars. Deutsche Presseagentur, a German news agency, first reported the upcoming ban, saying that Norway's latest national transport plan included plans for the ban. Interestingly, no sources were cited to back up that claim. Now, a spokesperson for the country's transport ministry said the country has no such plans. He said, the government wants to encourage more environmentally friendly vehicles by using the carrot instead of the stick. The spokesman further explained that while the new technology will slowly eliminate the need for fossil fuel cars in the long term, it won't require a ban on such cars. He goes on to highlight Norway's focus on reduction of new cars, average CO2 emissions to 85 grams by 2020. Last sentence, referring to the latest iteration of the Norwegian National Transport Plan, he said the document included no plans of a ban, and that it included suggestions and recommendations for ambitious goals to reduce emissions from the transport sector.
But they're not banning the use of cars, they're just restricting the sale of...
That's what people thought, but that turned out not to be true. They're just lowering the emission standards.
Okay.
But people thought that they were going to ban sale of every car that used gas.
Well, Volkswagen's going to find a way around it.
This is fully solar. Why is there a gas tank under there? We don't know. Number 4, in 29 states, there are laws saying that all cars moving slower than the normal speed of traffic, even if it is a speed limit, must be in the right lane. A car going the speed limit in the left lane, but slower than the pace of traffic, is now a misdemeanor in Georgia, and really no one knows this. I just stumbled across that.
We gotta up the speed limit.
Oh my gosh.
It's too slow.
Yeah. I agree with you. Luke Aikins, you guys know who that is?
Sounds familiar.
On Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, became the first skydiver to jump from a plane without a parachute or wingsuit and live to tell the story. In a stunt called Heaven Sent, the 42-year-old daredevil leaped 25,000 feet to Earth, setting a world record. To accomplish this feat, Aikins had to direct his body into a free fall using only the air currents around him to land safely in a high-tech 10,000 square foot net about the third of the size of a football field laid out to catch him. So yeah, really cool footage. Like obviously
Terrifying.
people jump out of planes all the time, but I think the scariest part, besides the parachute, I don't know if the net would crash, aiming for the net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few inches off, you could have been.
You were-
Oh,
Splat.
everyone around was like, just walk away, turn their heads.
See that?
A few more. Via Gizmodo. Oh, you're going to love this one, Gerardo. Authorities announced today that a 40-year-old Nigerian man, identified only as Mike, was nabbed in a joint operation by Interpol and the Nigerian Economic and Financial Crime Commission. Can you guys guess what he was doing? What was Mike from Nigeria doing?
He was pretending to be a prince.
Mike was reportedly the mastermind behind a large number of online scams, and officials suspect him of swindling more than $60 million from people around the world, including $15.4 million from one victim alone. He reportedly led a web of at least 40 people in Nigeria, Malaysia, and South Africa, and had money laundering contacts in China, Europe, and the US. Mike allegedly favored payment diversion fraud, a familiar con in which a supplier email would be compromised and fake messages would then be sent to the buyer with instructions for payment to a bank account with criminal records. Yada yada. So yeah, he was doing the Nigerian prince thing. Interpol got involved. He must have been doing it for a long time.
Good Lord.
Matt, I think I have your next Christmas present with this one. The summer is drawing to a close, folks, but there's still time to catch some rays, get a glowing tan, and smell like crispy fried chicken.
Oh my.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, as it likes to be called now, KFC, is giving away for free on its website, for free, tubes of sunscreen that make you smell like you've been slathered yourself in Colonel's secret 11 herbs and spices for free. All you gotta do is sign up.
That's why it's my Christmas present, because it's free.
You don't need to buy anything to snag one of the limited edition tubes. You just need to head on over to KFC's website and cough up your personal details and your shipping address. You know what?
And your social security number and your bank account number.
And what time you're at home.
Yeah.
You can get it for free. Like, I kind of want one. I'm never going to use it. Kind of want to try it on someone. Like, next time we go camping,
I'd
like,
do it.
Eric's like, hey, put sunscreen on me. I'm like, sure. And then we feed him to the bears.
Oh my gosh, it smells like fried chicken the whole time.
You guys smell chicken?
Let's
Yeah,
see
that's
here.
If it was a McDonald's flavored one, you put it on Eric.
Yeah.
He'll never shut up.
He'd
Yeah.
eat himself.
This one's pretty cool. Divers with 350.org group put up crime scene tape around parts of the Great Barrier Reef, Samoa, and the Bay of Bengal's Andaman Islands around the reefs to protest ExxonMobil because like ExxonMobil keeps killing all the reefs and whatnot. Pretty cool art protest. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that.
But all that plastic is gonna wash up into the ocean, and the fish gonna eat it, and then they're gonna die.
Blame it on ExxonMobil. Epipen was $100 in 2008 and now goes for around $500. Martin Shkreli even called out some of the bro dudes about it. Amy Klobuchar, other people are protesting it. Epipen,
Even Herman Cain is protesting it.
Epipen said they're running a business and they're not lowering the price, but with programs they offer, basically coupons, you can pay like $100 for it and still get it really cheap. Like they are helping you pay for it, but they're not lowering the price.
How fucked up is America that we need coupons to buy medicine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Not even
man,
medicine,
it would,
life-saving emergency
Yeah,
injection.
like
Well, if it's case like James, like you don't need it, but whatever. DGI, sorry James. DGI and Olympics, they created geofences around the stadium to keep out drones, but it didn't work because people kept flying drones over the stadiums. Last one, which I think is really interesting. That trailer is really good. This dog one. There's a new movie coming out called The Dog's Purpose. Yeah, so like you isn't a dog and he keeps going from family to family as he dies.
oh,
It's really cool. It's sad.
that is very sad.
This one's kind of a little story I want to share with you guys, get into more story kind of things.
Is it? I'm gay.
I know you are. Via War History Online. This is a neat little story. In 1960s.
What?
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 It's a neat little story.
Oh, I thought you said it's a meatloaf
That's
story.
what I heard too. I'm like,
Sorry.
meatloaf?
There might be meatloaf at this place. In
I like meatloaf.
1967,
With
folks,
bacon?
U.S. authorities decided to decommission one of its military bases beat in the Greenland ice sheet. The whole structure was simply left abandoned. The snowfall eventually turned it into an icy tomb. The military base, called Camp Century, was opened in 1959 as a secret site to analyze the feasibility of nuclear missile deployment from the Arctic to counter Soviet Union's growing nuclear ambition. All right, sounds good for now?
Yeah.
However, a recent study suggests that the campsite is a potential threat to the surrounding ecosystem due to rapid melting of the ice sheets covering infrastructure, courtesy of global warming. The researchers suggest the whole structure, Camp Century, could re-emerge as early as the end of the century. Ironic. So, yeah, the caribou can go eat some nuclear bombs.
I dig it.
Protein.
That's gay. I can't even.
We are making good time.
I'm gay.
I've never seen that before.
You've never seen
No.
Play it from the beginning.
Jump down, and then say some fucking gay shit. I'm gay.
Why is he in a tingle costume?
Wow,
Let's
that's,
see some gay shit.
God, I've never seen. Where did you guys
Jump
find
down.
this shit?
Gay.
What's the top comment?
It's the top comment. Okay.
So,
Oh,
okay.
Let me read. These are the top comments. Oh. Why wasn't this on YouTube Spotlight? Question mark.
All right, so
Hey, that's pretty gay.
so I have a plan, folks. So we're an hour 52 minutes in. We're gonna do our quick sports and Olympics and then politics cast.
Sports?
And then next week we're gonna tackle
Sport.
games, space news, and Gerardo has a game for us.
Okay.
So very quickly, Gerardo, and Matt, let's tackle the sports and Olympics report.
Okay.
Gerardo, hop in whenever you have your things.
All right.
This one, Dan, oh, this me. Okay, so the green pool mystery at the Olympics. You guys hear about that?
Yeah.
So green pool mysteriously turned green. Shut
A
up.
blue pool turned
Yes.
green.
So they found out why. So someone dumped 160 liters of hydrogen peroxide, which neutralized the chlorine, whose purpose was to kill organisms. So
And now algae
yeah.
flourished.
So they drained it, put it back, whatever.
It turned green
yes.
again after that.
The IOC sent home Islam El Shababi for not shaking his Israeli opponent's hand in jiu-jitsu or something.
Yep. Judo.
Judo, okay. Pools at Rio and from the 2013 World Championship in Barcelona have created currents that aided high number lanes and slowed down swimmers in low number lanes due to the construction of the pool. So someone studied this. I read the whole study, but we kind of summarized it. So weird currents, how it created that. That and in a game of hundreds of seconds, it matters. Said this before: climbing, baseball, softball, skateboard, surfing are going to be in Tokyo's Mario Olympics. Climbing is the one I forgot before. And did you guys watch the end of the Olympics closing ceremony?
Yep. With
I didn't watch hardly any of the Olympics.
the Prime Minister of Japan dressed like Mario and came out of a pie.
Yeah. So, and did you see the rest of it though? It was like a 3-minute scene.
Yeah, it's like a 3-minute skit.
So classic video game Japanese characters were in it.
It's gonna be lit at the Tokyo Olympics.
The fact that they're adding climbing, I'm excited for. I hope it's real cliffs. But rock climbing will still be cool too. Japan's gonna be a cool Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, if you read all of the stuff that they're planning to do, I mean, Japan already has the infrastructure.
Yeah, they do.
They don't need to build extra stuff.
They're
just focusing on extras right now.
No, I was looking at this on myself. The one thing I have to worry about for surfing, Japan's waves might be too big.
They might be.
They'll have to look at that.
And the Pacific is kind of a deeper ocean than the Atlantic.
And Godzilla.
Yeah, and you have to worry about Godzilla.
Oh, that was announced today. They're making the first ever full feature animated Godzilla movie.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Gojira.
All their Olympics news. I mean, Hope Solo sucks. Ryan Lochte sucks. What else you got going on?
Hope Solo is a cunt.
Fiji won its first gold. Another country won its first gold, but I forgot what it was.
Mexico only won 1 silver. Woo!
Okay. Cunt of a country.
In boxing. I got 2 stories. Minnesota United, a beautiful state for the beautiful game.
What up, folks? 40 years of history. Kicks.
Finally.
Other
team. Hey, and I did the math. We are one of 6 U.S. cities that have all 5 sports franchise or 6 sport.
We're even less. Aren't we the only state, only metropolitan area that have all teams?
We have NFL, the Vikings.
Yes.
NBA, the Wolves.
Yes.
MLS, the Twins.
NHL, no, MLS, Minnesota United.
I mean, yeah, MLB, the Twins.
Yes.
NHL, the Wild.
Yes.
And NCAA, the Gophers.
Not even them. And WNBA.
I forgot WNBA.
Yes, that's why. I think we're the only metropolitan area. The only other place that might have it is Boston.
Yeah, I mean, not even LA has it.
Nope.
Not even New York.
We're the only place.
Not Chicago.
Nope.
Not Dallas, which is the 4th largest city. I just learned that.
Not Pitts or Philly.
Just learned that.
Tony Romo sucks again. But yeah, that's amazing. We're awesome.
Yep.
I'm buying my season tickets. You should buy your season tickets. You should buy your season tickets.
I'm poor.
There's no need yet. Training doesn't start till January, so you have time. Just saying.
Buying a car.
Whatever, it's cheap.
I'm moving into an apartment soon.
Let's see here. Is that?
Oh, and I have another little funny story. Minor league player hits a grand slam.
Oh.
Ball goes out of the park, hits his own car in the parking lot.
Breaks the window.
Nerd.
Breaks the windshield.
Darren Sharper. One of my favorite Vikings of all time.
He was my favorite Viking.
Yes. Until he raped a bunch of people, he pulled the Bill Cosby, and he's now going to serve an 18-year prison sentence.
I think they said that was double of what the prosecutor suggested.
Well, good. He raped so many people.
He raped 16 people.
16?
Yeah.
See, which is not to sound terrible for a second, but if you're a rapist, after a certain point, the more you rape, the punishment diminishes.
Yeah, and it sounds like he did it all after he got done playing football. Like from when he was done playing football, when he was doing TV stuff for ESPN.
Yeah,
it happened during that time.
Too much free time. Can't rape a football. Team USA.
You can if you're very careful.
Team USA has competed in the men's swimming 4x100 relay at 14 Olympic Games, and they have brought home 14 golds. Nike will stop making golf equipment.
They're still making shirts and shorts and hats, but they're not making the.
I'm trying to think of others.
Clubs or
any
shoes.
other sport? What? And
the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas,
but the citizens would have to pay $750 million in taxpayers for the stadium.
Is Las Vegas becoming the new sports city?
Which I can't, because hockey. Okay, sure.
I don't understand why they're putting a hockey team in Las Vegas.
Is there enough I get. Okay, the one thing that pisses me off. Sure, maybe some Raider fans continue to be fans over there. your hockey team and Raiders football team is not going to have a solid fan base. You're going to have a few fans that go to Vegas, get drunk.
Yeah,
Maybe they're like, I'm going to support this team, and they go across the country, so you have fans across. You're not going to have a solid home team, though.
I guarantee you, 70% of the people that show up to the games are going to be from the rival team that were like, oh, let's go to Las Vegas. We go get drunk, go to the casino, and then we'll go watch a game. And 70% of the stadium during games is going to be the opponent's team. Because Las Vegas, it's not a big city.
No.
It's like the Wisconsin Dells of the United States.
Poor man's Macau. I will guarantee two things in addition to
Wisconsin
that.
Dells.
I will guarantee someone gets shot in the first season in the stadium.
Yeah.
And I will guarantee when Las Vegas hosts the Super Bowl, it will be the greatest Super Bowl we have ever seen.
Just think about the strippers, man.
It'll be a citywide event because the city is like 5 blocks.
Las Vegas.
What's that on the screen?
Like, people don't know this, but Las Vegas is the biggest exporter of strippers during the Super Bowl.
Jesus.
Wow.
So all of the strippers that go to the city where the Super Bowl's being held, most of them come from Las Vegas.
It's illegal. You just need a permit.
Yep.
That's all I got for sports. Man, you got anything?
And what are they called?
Sports?
Legal
No.
prostitutes.
Lovers.
They have a name. I forgot. It's escorts.
Escorts, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if we hop on the politics quick.
Yeah.
This will end our podcast, folks. We got some kind of big news. So you might have heard about the U.S. paying $400 million for prisoner exchange with Iran. That's a
Iran.
It's Iran. That's a filthy lie.
Iran.
Via Vox. So in simple terms, the $400 million payment, which was made at the same time we got a prisoner returned from Iran, was the first installment of a refund for U.S. weapons that Iran purchased from America when they were delivered. So flashback to 1979, the year of the infamous Iranian Revolution. November 1979, a group loyal to the revolutionary regime took 52 Americans hostage at the U.S. Embassy, Argo, yada, yada, yada. In response, the U.S. Severed diplomatic relations with Iran and froze Iranian assets in America. Crucially, the U.S. halted the delivery of fighter jets that Iran's pre-revolution government had already paid $400 million for. So, connect the dots. The U.S. government had already frozen Iranian assets in the U.S. as punishment for the hostage taking that included the $400 million. The hostage crisis was eventually resolved in 1981 at a conference in Algiers, but the Algiers Accords didn't resolve every outstanding issue, including the status of $400 million. I'm having a stroke from your video.
What video?
The wrench.
Don't wanna be your monkey wrench.
You're welcome.
The presidential debates are coming up.
Play it more for you.
First debate, September 26th at Hofstra University. VP debate, October 4th,
Scary
Longwood
Johnson gotta be
University.
one of them.
Scary Johnson.
Second presidential
Scary
debate,
Johnson.
October 9th.
I'll show you my Scary Johnson.
And third presidential debate is October 19th. So Gary Johnson was at 10% now. He's 15 to be in the
I
debates.
thought he was like at 12%.
12. So 15. Stein is a dropout, so he gets 15%.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Gary Johnson, although there was
Stop
this.
watching this.
You know, Harambe is getting more numbers than Jill Stein.
Isn't D's Nuts still pulling like 1%?
Yeah.
Probably.
Harambe is at like 2%. He's ahead of Jill Stein.
Because she thinks vaccinations kill people, and she thinks global warming is fake. And
And do you know her running mate, Baraka?
no, who's that? Is Barack
Some-
Obama running again?
No,
Barack Obama.
his last name is Baraka. He's also a dumbass.
Yeah. Whatever.
Like the character from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, the other thing. Joe Stein
Barack.
thinks Wi-Fi hurts kids. Yep, that's all I gotta say.
Well, I don't.
Moving on. As I said before, more info that add on to what I said before. German officials plan to ban face veils in schools and at demonstrations. Apparently, burqas, quote, do not fit in with their understanding of a tolerant free society. Oh, the irony. Moving on. This one's fun. Politics.
Yeah?
Stay with me. Cards Against Humanity is selling 2 $4 expansion packs, each with
Buy it.
15 cards, centered around Trump and Clinton. So one card will read, when you go to the polls on Tuesday, remember, a vote for me is, then 2 cards will read, Jeb, or
They're kicking me out. They're kicking me out.
Jeb, or one card reads, actually voting for Donald Trump to be president of the United States. All profits will go to Hillary Clinton's campaign.
I'm buying them.
They're gonna be funny.
I don't care. It's
They're
going
gonna
to
be
Hillary.
Those black cards with other white cards are gonna be funny.
Okay. I guess.
I'm talking about Donald Trump. Nice segue.
Thank you. I just bought my Segway. You're adding up your views on your own. It's cheating.
There might be a new show coming up on NBC this fall.
Superstore?
The Apprentice.
With
Donald Trump, the White House edition. No, this
Look
fall,
at the
next
time.
fall.
I gotta go.
Okay. I don't want to.
The rumors came out that
They're just rumors. It's not even talks.
rumors came out that Donald Trump's run for president was mainly based on him wanting to have an apprentice show based on the White House.
Why?
With him as president in hiring interns.
I'm going to hop on your segue, not about the interns, but did you hear about the doctor thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
his Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
Yeah. So apparently, if you guys haven't the doctor yet, look it up on your own, Trump's doctor.
Yeah.
Apparently, in his picture of him, he's using Windows XP, which apparently is against the law for medical practitioners to use a Windows system that's not supported by Microsoft because they canceled support for it last year. So it's not getting updates anymore. So apparently he might lose his license to be a doctor because he's using Windows XP.
He looks like the kind of person that enjoys an evening by rubbing patchouli oil on himself and smoking weed.
While staring at a picture of his niece.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Toboggan.
Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
If
you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you'll get that joke.
Rumham. HDP co-president is facing 15 years in prison for praising YPG's Turkey people. Talking about Turkey and ISIS. For praising YPG's fight against ISIS. 15 years for praising YPG's fight against ISIS. Also, as of last week, Turkey's... Oh my god, that's Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
Oh my god.
It's like Miami Vice. So Turkey's fake coup. So you're saying it's not fake? How about this? As of last week, there have been 40,029 detentions and 20,355 arrests. Dude, Erdogan's clearing house.
Erdogan is just...
U.S. is going to end the use of private prisons. Shout out to John Oliver.
Yeah.
I figured out when I run for president, whenever someone asks me a question, I'll be like, my platform is every John Oliver show. That's it.
Can John Oliver just be president?
With Elon
No,
Musk.
because he's British. And Elon Musk can't either because he's South African.
El Chapo's son was kidnapped. There's video of that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I
We're going to end on two sad
Hey,
notes.
I still have
Sorry.
news.
We'll get back to you. I'm going to end on two sad notes. I'm going to get to yours.
How about I go now and then you can end it on two sides?
No, we can't end on two sad notes.
Okay.
South Sudan, the wannabe goods bad. Shut up. Okay, I can't talk. So South Sudan troops were raping some foreigners for hours. Stop zooming in on... Oh my god, the eyes follow you. Okay. South Sudan troops raped foreigners for hours as nearby UN peacekeeping troops ignored calls for help less than 1 mile away.
Jesus.
UN peacekeeper troops have no, whatever. Okay. Did you guys ever read The Kite Runner?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, not the Kite Runner.
I read the Kite Runner. 'Cause
I read the other one.
I was in the stupid
Yeah.
English class. So.
Okay, because I read 1,000 Fun Sons. So strings with glass are called Manjha, Manjha. I'm saying it wrong. So recently at India's big festival, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old in New Delhi, 2 Mondays ago, died after kite strings cut them in their throat. So in India, it's big. They have kite festivals. You put glass on the kites. You color people's kites. You fly on rooftops. It's beautiful.
You cut the...
And the same day, the 2 kids were killed from this, and a 22-year-old man riding his motorcycle was also cut and killed. Another 5-year-old and a policeman were injured. So as a result, from the 3 casualties and 2 injuries, anyone caught using the glass kite strings face a 5-year jail term and $100,000 rupees fine or $1,500.
Dang.
Jeez.
Gerardo, what do you got?
Well, I got a news story.
Good.
From
Good start.
my beautiful home country of
I
Mexico,
thought he was gonna say me.
where we elected a dumbass for president.
Enrique Peña
Nieto.
Nieto.
This lazy bastard.
Not as bad as Philippine president killing everyone.
Not as bad, but this guy's a dumbass. He plagiarized 30% of his master's degree in law thesis.
Long time ago.
Back in the 90s when he was still going to college to get his master's degree in law. You write your thesis.
Yes. Please be more to the story.
He plagiarized. I'm still waiting for my report to load.
Does this so people just found out about this?
So the president has been trying to silence. The government has been trying to silence the media, and there's this really famous reporter in Mexico called Aristegui. Her last name is Aristegui. I can't remember her first name.
A famous reporter. That's interesting. They have those.
And,
here we do. Robin Williams.
Rip.
She used to work with Televisa, which is a big state-owned news company. Televisa. Okay. And she used to work there. She was really outspoken against the government. She got kicked out.
Shocker.
And she has her own. It's like the Young Turks, but in Mexico.
Oh, nice.
It's called Aristegui Noticias.
Which means?
Aristegui News.
Okay. The city?
It's her name, her last name.
She's a city?
So she went all in because there were rumors that he didn't write his thesis.
Okay.
And she investigated and she read it and she tried to look up all the stuff.
Hey, this is mine.
And she found out that 197 of 682 paragraphs of his 1991 law degree thesis was plagiarized.
Holy shit.
My God.
President was 25 years old when he got his master's.
Is every
from the Universidad Panamericana, or the Pan American University.
Speaking of crazy presidents, did you know that the Panama Canal? This has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
It's Latin America.
The west side of the Panama Canal drains into the Atlantic Ocean, and the east side of the Panama Canal drains into the Pacific Ocean.
How does that work?
So this is like the map, South America. The canal's like this, because Central America goes like this.
Yeah.
So the canal, instead of going like this, it goes like this.
Oh.
So
the more you know.
So he got exposed, Enrique Peña.
Expose him.
And he is in trouble. The other news that I have, this is for you anti-social justice warriors.
Wait, what is that?
Anti-social justice warriors. So you don't like social justice warriors.
So I don't like Batman?
You don't like Anita Sarkeesian or I can't think of any other social justice warrior.
Okay.
Or any other famous people that are always complaining about getting triggered and that they need safe spaces. The University of Chicago,
oh boy,
absolutely hates safe spaces and trigger warnings, and they told their new students that they believe that it's in order to have a leveled field in education.
We need guns.
What? No, they have to. They do not support.
It's the photo.
Yeah, it's the photo of him.
They do not support trigger warnings in classes or safe spaces. They believe that you are in a university to learn from other people, whether you like it or not. So that's it. If you're a sensitive person that needs trigger warnings when we're going to talk about stuff.
Need trigger warning.
And you have PTSD because you got bullied on 4chan.
Oh, I miss PT. I wish I would have been in a game.
You miss PTSD?
Triggered. You get triggered for the word triggered because
can you tell us why woolly mammoths, I don't know why, tell the internet why woolly mammoths will soon become a protected species.
Oh.
Yes, I watch what you post.
Jurassic Park.
Well, because the ivory trade, illegal ivory trade. Well, I don't think there's legal ivory trade.
There's legal for woolly mammoth.
Are passing elephant tusks and other forms of illegal ivory as mammoth tusks or bones.
Oh.
So, since it's legal to trade mammoth parts, they're disguising it so they can trade it easily. So now
we're gonna make a thing.
We're trying to make woolly mammoths a protected species, so it's illegal to trade their remains, even though they've been extant for 6,000 years.
Yeah, 6,000. When Jesus created them.
Yeah.
If Cara Delevingne was Lady from The Ring, I would totally watch that video, even if I die 7 days later.
Oh, I'd watch her if it was just Jesus. Like,
If Cara Delevingne was straight, I would bang her.
dude,
Is that a threat?
No, it's just an offer.
you know what I'd do her?
I don't want to know.
I'd
Highlighter and a blue box on your
ask
background?
her to marry me.
I would disappoint her a lot. It's like, this is why I turned straight.
My name is Hunter Blazer.
My name is Matt.
Me llamo Jose.
This has been Milky Way News episode 10. Join us next week. We will be talking in depth solely on a massive game report, a massive space report, and we are going to taste test Mexico's finest American pop.
Finest
Mexico's finest American pop.
Am I right or am I right?
You're not right.
That means I'm right. Anything else you guys want to say?
Later, nerds.
Matt, jump down and say something.
Jumped up.
Say some gay shit.
I'm gay.